Mouthful rose 6.8% in June. That's the biggest yearly jump since January of 1982. The Fed uses that index as its main measure of inflation. The White House says the U.S. isn't in a recession yet, but some consumers already acting like we are, doing what they have to, even if it means picking up side hustles in order to pay the bills and supplement their dwindling income.
Good afternoon. Yesterday, I spoke with both Senator Schumer and Manchin and offered my support for a historic agreement to fight inflation and lower costs for American families. It's called the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. Some of you will see a lot of similarities between the beginning of the Build Back Better initiative. It's not all of it, but we've moved a long way. It gives folks rebates to buy new and efficient appliances, to weatherize their homes, and tax credits for heat pumps and rooftop solar. It also gives consumers a tax credit to buy any electric vehicle or fuel cell vehicle, new or used, and a tax credit for up to $7,500 if those vehicles were made in America.
From the White House tonight, what is a recession? Does it matter? And why the president is denying something a majority of Americans say is happening.
Traditionally, a recession is understood to be 2 successive quarters of negative economic growth, and that is what we're in.
We're not going to be in a recession.
Recession is 2 quarters in a row of negative growth.
A common definition of recession is 2 negative quarters of GDP growth, or at least that's something that's been true in past recessions. When we've seen that, there has usually been a recession.
So first, do we believe we're in recession? No. That's my answer to you.
Well, the White House and the Fed have been trying to redefine what a recession is in anticipation of a negative GDP print.
And the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Today, the GDP numbers came out. For the second straight quarter, the economy contracted. In other words, GDP growth was negative.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
As Secretary Yellen said on Sunday, 2 negative quarters of GDP growth is not the technical definition of recession. It's not the definition that economists have traditionally relied on.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
To paraphrase an old political adage, if you're explaining how recession calls are made, you're losing.
If things are going so great, though, then why is it the White House officials are trying to redefine recession?
No, we're not redefining recession.
Pure fiction. We all understand a recession to be 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth in a row, and then you have White House officials come up here to say, no, that's not what a recession is. It's something else. How is that not redefining recession?
Because that's not the definition.
It's a total fabrication.
The idea that 2 quarters of negative GDP growth is a technical definition of a recession is wrong.
This one was invented by a writer.
So to herald this important new change to our language, on July 21st, the White House officially changed the definition of recession. They said it, so it's true now. In a blog post, officials explained that 2 consecutive quarters of declining GDP is, quote, neither the official definition nor the way economists evaluate the state of the business cycle.
And a new report out this morning shows that the economy shrank for a second straight quarter, and some say we are officially in a recession. Yet President Biden has said we are on the right path. A lot of Americans don't feel that way. So is there a disconnect here, and is it going to get worse?
So let me just first say, and I want to make sure that I say this to Americans who are watching, your audience, your viewers. The president understands the anxiety that people feel about the economy, about inflation, the cost that they're seeing around them. That's why he has put forward a plan to really attack inflation and bring those costs down.
Why the fuck you lying?
Speak to the numbers that you just mentioned, that GDP number that you just mentioned. So if you look at prior recession, what happens before a recession in U.S. history, you see jobs lost. And that's not what we're seeing right now. Right now, we're seeing gains. 2.7 million jobs created in the first 6 months, 1.2 million jobs created in the last quarter.
Oh my gosh, stop fucking lying.
And actually, today I just found out that during the recessions in the 70s that Marco mentioned, payrolls were actually positive for quite some time going into the recession. So manipulating that definition is not going to work out so well, I don't think.
Anyway, but my assumption is that they are avoiding it because they don't want to be hit with the stench of a recession president in a year where they're already frustrated about how the midterm cycle seems to be shaping up.
The Biden administration is trying to preserve the appearance that there's a good economy heading into the midterm elections, but this is at the risk of the American people's financial health because people need to have the knowledge available to them to be able to plan for these types of emergencies. And when the White House is lying to them by telling them that we're not heading into a recession or in one already, people are not able to use those necessary financial tools that they might need to prepare their family for this outcome.
We don't want to devolve into the recession label debate, but I do wonder, do you eventually expect the NBER to declare what we're in, a recession?
Well, we're certainly in a transition, and we are seeing slowing as we all would have expected.
I feel like we're kind of in Orwell's world that he wrote about in Politics in the English Language, where we've gotten to a point where it's just like we don't agree on anything, and the only people that benefits are the people in power.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
From the totally real country of Australia, I bid you all good evening, good morning, or good day, as the case may be, across these many, many time zones. This is the pre-stream. My name is Thermo. I am a male. I'm wearing a black shirt and no pants. And we're here to talk about the newsy stuff from this week. From Lawtube to Lolcows and 4chan to Forbes, we'll have a look back at some of the news in the past week and figure out what words actually mean. I'm, as always, joined by my co-hosts, Tem and Tim. Welcome.
Hi. I'm amazed that we're coordinating wardrobes without even talking about it.
My name is Timothy of the Tem. I'm also a male. My pronouns are fuck you, and I'm also wearing a black shirt.
No pants?
And pants?
Well, pants I actually am wearing.
Get your fucking pants off. We're doing a thing here.
No, my computer chair has worn apart. I kind of need that layer of protection.
That's fair.
God,
the intro was great, though. This was
good.
Great.
Let's jump straight into it. So, Biden wants to trade a arms trafficker for Brittany Grinter. So, this is the arms trafficker, of course. This is Victor Bout. Victor Bout is Russian arms dealer known as Merchant of Death.
I heard.
And yes, he is one of the arms dealers that Nicolas Cage's character is based on in Lords of War.
I heard like yesterday that Russia said no, that's not enough, and they want because they can smell the soy in Biden.
The desperation.
Like, actually,
we can smell Biden's desperation. The workers want their homosexual basketball woman back.
Biden must have bid on that deal instantly. Like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, we'll do that. Whoa, wait a minute. Actually, we actually want Nikolai Khrushchev, nuclear bomb maker, as well. So I'm not sure who they're going to get, but I heard that they were like, actually, no, we need more than that because for your lesbian giant, we want more arms dealers.
Make no mistake, this guy, he's a bad dude. He's a bad dude. He's like corn pop.
Badass mustache.
That is a badass mustache. Yes, I think mine is just as good, but mine includes a beard.
Are you rocking a straight stash?
I'm not rocking a straight stash. I have a beard.
Oh,
so
I thought I was going to be very respectful.
So yes, he was arrested in Thailand, but it was actually orchestrated by the DEA.
Saw that in that caption on that
caught
picture.
up in a
Yeah.
sting.
Kind of weird. The
He
DEA
caught up in a
is
sting
working
operation
with
by the DEA. He offered to supply weapons to people he thought were representatives of FARC, which is the
fucking hell.
The Colombian
Had to be done.
Colombian
Oh,
revolutionary forces, the
Yeah,
Colombian communists. Are they communists?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
FARC
guess it's
are
Colombian.
right. No, FARC are right wing, I think. Or FARC's right wing.
Well, let's look it up.
No,
Here
they're
we go.
Marxists. Yeah, so he's fucking
Marxist
that guy.
Leninist guerrilla
He
group.
thought he
Yeah.
was selling guns to communists.
Yeah, fuck that.
He not giving him back. So yeah,
I'd like to colonize Colombia.
oh shit! I've brought up Colombia. Now you're gonna be like talking about getting a wife. Man, I'm glad they.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Don't stop bringing up South America. I'm sorry. Have you seen how beautiful
Bring
Colombian
yourself
women are?
home a nice Colombiana wife.
I am familiar with Sofia Vergara. Yes.
Oh, money.
I thought she was Brazilian.
I think she's Colombian.
No, she's
Pretty
Colombian.
certain.
Oh man,
She's from Colombia.
Sofia Vergara.
yeah, but as long as she doesn't talk, she's great with that
No,
voice.
she's-
though.
Yeah, she's
Talking's
Colombian.
great.
Yeah. Oh, no, her talking is great. Yeah.
No, I'd kill myself. I'd kill myself immediately. I'd stab my eardrums out.
I'm really fucking jealous of Joe Manganiello. Absolutely.
Oh yes.
Oh, Joe
How
Manchin's
he,
for
how
many
he
reasons.
married, how
not
he
Joe
married
Manchin.
that. Not Joe Manchin, Joe Manganiello. How the hell he got her?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He's an
he
actor.
could
I don't
do
know.
it with her
Joe,
voice.
he's an
Oh,
attractive guy.
He's probably slightly deaf. I would assume that's what happened to him.
Speaking of Hispanic women,
Oh no.
apparently.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's GTA. Okay. I thought
Yes,
you were going to go
so-
AOC.
No. I don't think I've got anything from AOC this week. So she's been quiet this week.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess this topic is woke winning.
Co-stars a woman.
Yeah. So GTA's coast, but that's not the
More
important part.
culturally sensitive.
Whatever. The first protagonist of the first GTA game was a woman. So what that is, whatever.
Yeah, you could pick a female, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in
Yeah.
GTA,
This is when it
I'd
was
be-
top down isometric.
Yep.
Oh fuck! There was
But,
those days.
The more important part, it's going to be culturally sensitive.
Can you imagine GTA being culturally sensitive?
Well, we're going to see it.
No, I can't. But
I can't either.
I
don't.
don't.
Are we going to see
It
it?
sounds like the
I
Saints
can't
Row
be in the
reboot.
Fucking club. No, I just can't do it.
Yeah. Like I don't know how culturally sensitive the Saints Row reboot is.
I just can't wait. You're running around with a golf club, and then you're about to whack somebody. Like, oh no, I'm oppressed. Oh, well, I can't beat you to death then.
Yeah.
Then I'll just turn to the nearest white male and beat him to death because that's the only people you're going to be able to beat to death. At the fucking club.
Pretty much.
And stuff like this article made me think. Well, wait a minute. If are they doing this? Like, is woke winning? Like, is this an indication that all this woke bullshit is actually working, despite the backlash? Because there's been a lot of backlash to this. Fuck off, Kotaku.
Have they ever actually gone to their online servers and monitored even 2 seconds of what happens there?
Well,
like all their fans, and you see what
And I
they
mean,
do?
this is just reporting on reporting. This is reporting on the piece from Jason Schreier in Bloomberg. And look, Jason Schreier is pretty fucking reliable in his sources. Most of the time, what he reports happens. I do. My hope for this is that this is a testament. This is Rockstar going, let's see what happens. Let's see what they're more outraged about.
I hope that's
female
the way, because,
co-star.
Like up until now, GTA 5, just the whole GTA series has been pretty damn out there.
Yeah,
like it's never been afraid to pull. It's never tried to pull punches with its humor or its violence or its themes. Yes, the newer games are not as over the top as the first two, but still,
I mean, it's still one of the most, what would you say, assaulted franchises, and been standing in the gap forever.
Exactly. I mean, just on the
You
topic
really gonna
of the
case
female
really?
co-host, like they go on to explain that GTA 6 is going to be somewhat of a Bonnie and Clyde story, and the lead female is a Latina. Props to them for using Latina, not Latinx.
Yeah, Latinx. Yeah,
yeah. But it's
do you have confirmation about
no
that?
clue. But the story's set in Miami, So it actually makes perfect fucking sense to have a
So
Latina
she should be a
female lead.
Cubano. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she'd be a Cubano,
She should be
exactly.
Colombian, probably.
Colombian,
Cuban, yeah.
Dominican, Latina woman in Miami.
Look,
That makes actual
thing.
perfect sense. So I don't see what's progressive about that.
If I'm Rockstar, this is what I hope is happening. That Rockstar's gone, look, we want to do these things. Let's see what the backlash is before we release the glove. Before we actually start on it, let's see what the backlash is by just floating this test balloon. Because companies will do this. Companies go, oh, we're thinking about doing X. And then they look at the backlash and go, no, we weren't actually thinking about doing that X.
Yeah. It's not like they're replacing
I'm hoping
anybody.
that's
It's not like they're brownwashing anybody. It's not like they're changing law or canon. I mean, it's Miami, Florida, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Again, it's a Bonnie and Clyde story. So having a male and female lead character makes sense.
Yeah. And look, my concern about the wokiness is that they're going to do what game developers do when they go woke or culturally sensitive, is that they'll make fun of white people, they'll make fun of conservatives, but they won't make fun of liberals. Because GTA has been happy to target all comers.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to, I have no problem with that. I think that is the approach you take. If you're going to be funny, no man is safe. No man, no woman, no whatever is safe.
And that's what the Saints Row franchise used to do. But I'm drawing comparisons to the Saints Row reboot because they brought in a whole heap of racially diverse new characters.
Yeah.
It's not even about the Saints having the Saints Row gang and being over the top or anything like that. It's meant to be this more grounded, socially progressive Saints Row.
I don't know about
gang.
grounded. I watched Skill Up's review.
Compared to Saints Row 3 and 4, it's a lot more.
That's where the Saints Row games went off the fucking rails. They just went.
It was
wacky,
great,
world-ending threats and
hell yeah. All of a sudden, you're the president. You're out there.
Suddenly you're the president for some reason.
Yep, just because you're the fucking president.
Because why the fuck not? So why not? Whatever. I watched Skill Up's review, and look, he was like, it's more of the same of Saints Row. If you like Saints Row, you'll probably like this. He's obviously not gonna he's a lefty.
As they all are.
He's obviously not going to point out anything like that. Which
if you're not progressive, you can't really be a games journalist nowadays.
Yeah,
it'd be
very tough.
You can't be an actor in the games. You can't be a developer. You can't be a critic. It's just no.
But that goes back to my thesis. Is woke winning? If that's the case, and you can't be in these fields unless you're woke, unless you embrace the progressive world and follow along with these ideologies, then woke's winning.
I'm wondering if it's winning or if they just don't care. They just don't care because I have not been paying attention to sales or critical reviews or things like this. I haven't really been involved in games in a serious way for a long time. But if we go by movies and say Marvel and DC and all that, these more progressive and woke movies, they're not really well received by audiences. People are starting to tune out of it, even though they're being thrown in everybody's faces more and more. But people are tuning out of it. So I'm wondering if that might be also happening in games, like Last of Us 2.
Well,
oh my god.
Still game of the year, man. It's still that stole the
still game.
But
it was also one of the games that was one of the most quickly returned games as well, because everyone was because it's The Last of Us 2.
It went completely sideways.
It sold a shit ton, but then almost immediately everyone returned it.
No, it's the thing. If you currently woke shit is confined to AAA major studios because they're going to lag. They're going to lag.
But even the people involved in that game knew that it was shit because
Neil.
Not even Druckmann. No, Druckmann believes his own fucking hype. But you had Troy Baker come out and say, "Yeah, well, these games aren't meant to be. You're not meant to like everything."
It's corporate cancer.
It's
This
like,
is how
it's
things
like
work.
it's like shut the fuck up, Troy. You willingly signed onto a project where Joel was going to get obliterated like that, and you're trying to force us to accept that shit as fans.
Well,
it's like
they're remastering the first game.
I know.
Again, for like, and want to charge full price for it. So fuck Sony.
Fuck them.
So also, fucking Riot Games.
Well, they're CCP owned, so whatever.
Well, yeah, well, CCP owned. You would think they'd be anti-woke.
Did Riot did they do what's that? League? Is that Riot?
Yeah,
League
League of Legends
Riot?
and Valorant.
Yep.
Are their two big ones. But these two players, Dawn and Vivian, were suspended for I think till like one till September and one till March for nothing they did in game. On Twitter, they responded to another Valorant player who was comparing teabagging to sexual assault. They didn't even.
This doesn't surprise me.
They weren't offensive at all. They were just like, "What? That's ridiculous."
Doesn't surprise me.
Copped a ban. Like,
yeah,
absolutely. Like,
doesn't
Charlie
surprise me.
was talking about this the other day, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, what? How the fuck is this a thing?"
It's the same thing that happened with the PogChamp emote on Twitch. So you know who Gutex is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the reason for YouTube reasons I can't necessarily talk about what he said, but yeah, he said something about the 2020 election, and then Twitch removed the PogChamp emote. Like I followed Gutex for years because I'm a fighting game player. So I've followed him for about a decade or so through fighting games and stuff. But yeah, that they removed the PogChamp emote on Twitch and replaced it with a snake. They canceled him because of something he said on Twitter. Like, social retaliation is the mainstream nowadays.
Yeah. And look, that's the problem.
What kind of terrible creature is that?
If you can't say anything about things, like if speech is just dead,
yeah,
online,
yeah. Oh, you can say it, but freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences.
Well, we're all using pseudonyms, like,
yeah,
which gives us a level of freedom.
My name is public. I mean, it's you can find it if you want to go looking. I'm not going to necessarily say it, but
look, I'm yeah. Well,
I get no, but my surname is actually public. If you want to go looking for it, you can try and find it.
Tim secretly owns Arnott's, and he is the inspiration for
hell yeah. Nice. Oh my god, the royalties I get.
Mine is notoriously hard.
He has go fuck yourself money. No, look, I use a pseudonym. I try to have good OPSEC. Like everything's separate.
Yeah.
So except for my voice, and that's because I'm not particularly controversial. Like I'm fairly milquetoast. But
you wear a beanie. You sit on.
I don't wear a beanie.
We know he's wearing a black shirt.
More hair than Tim Paul.
Are you half Korean?
We're gonna
I'm
find
not
him.
half Asian. No.
He's got a mustache.
I am.
No
I am
pants,
0.4% Native American though.
Oh shit.
Native American? How did that happen?
You tell me.
Elizabeth Warren.
Fucking America.
Like I don't like, but I'm concerned. Like I'm concerned that you offend the wrong person. They go into your life and they try to tear it apart because that's how they roll now.
Well, it's especially so if you guys, I'm sure both of you have some level of this, but I know, you have a family, like you can't. At some point I could give a shit less, but at this current point I can't. Like I can't. I say some shit at times, and somebody's gonna get pissed and try to figure some things out. I'm just glad
my family knows
damn
what I
common.
think. Yeah.
There's like 15 people in my state with my exact name. Like it's like holy shit. It's amazing.
Yeah, my name is pretty common.
It's Tim.
Sorry, my full name is actually pretty common.
Tim Tams.
No, that's not.
Tim of Tams.
Timothy O. Tams.
Timothy O. Tams.
I
Give me
will
a-
like.
Damn.
Shit,
He's Irish.
This
He's got
is
that
probably like a
Scotch.
tenth.
Nope.
This
He's
is
got
a tenth of the
Scotch.
way of doxing myself. But my initials actually are Tim, as well as
See?
it's actually my name and my initials. So I will
that's
not
handy.
say I won't reveal
Doesn't
my
make sense.
full name any further. But I'm not joking.
That's
Doesn't
fine.
make any sense. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
I'm sure. I'm
clarify-
sure the one person on the entire planet who can put all the strings together, Pepe Sylvia style, can figure out my name.
Tim.
based off
Okay.
that.
It
Because
doesn't
this
make
is
sense.
not. This is obviously not my first pseudonym. So
Yeah. So I also think woke is winning because this stuff is accepted mainstream now.
But so what we do know is that adolescents actually have the capacity to make a reasoned, logical decision. And here's the other thing about chest surgery. If you want breasts at a later point in your life, you can go and get them.
Can't.
But so
Like, why is that?
You
is
absolutely.
this accepted? Okay, first thing it says is Los Angeles.
Yeah, crazy
I mean,
people.
Is this actually accepted by a majority of people? I don't think it
By
is.
the left.
I think it's accepted by the leading
That is
side at the moment.
That is slightly that's I guess slightly where I was going. It's
But
like
these
I'm
are
not
the
saying
people
I'm not
who are-
saying it's the majority.
No, but it's certainly the message being pushed by
The
the
problem
powers
is
that
these
be.
are the people in
But-
education,
Yes.
in like fucking in your schools, in college, and which is weird because I graduated. What year is it? 22. Well, I guess it's been like 10 years. But when I got there, there was only like when I was leaving, there was like a tinge of this weirdness. There was always weirdness. Like first college orientation was me sitting there and then like them telling me as a man, I was definitely going to rape one of my classmates. And I'm like sitting there in this auditorium. And I'm like,
Do I get to pick?
The girl I've been chatting this chick up the entire time, and I looked at her, and she looked at me like I was a predator, and I'm like, oh, well, that's blowing up now. But that's literally the shit they told you at that time. But none of the professors were particularly woke and crazy. Like there was like one, but everybody's like, you're retarded. But now, how the hell did that happen from then to now? Because I know people who graduated, I don't know, 3-4 years later, and it was complete different.
Yeah, well, they're coming up through the high schools now. So
Trump broke these people. This is all I can think of.
Yeah.
He totally sent the fucking machine into overdrive crazy land.
He didn't even say that much. It was more so, to me, at least in my opinion, it was the media that took his words and spun it, and then all these people are listening to it.
They overblew this
it broke
stuff, and they become super crazy, and it's TDS, man. It's Trump derangement. It's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to talk to these people. I'm like, what can you point to exactly that makes you feel this way? Well, this thing. I'm like, well, that actually didn't happen. Well, and then they just get pissed and like yell at you, like because they have nothing. They have no actual evidence for anything. Like, so you've excommunicated your entire family and everyone you know because reasons. Like you have no fucking actual nothing, and that's how they operate. Like they don't actually have a reason for anything.
The important question, Tim, is during your presumably 4 years in college,
No,
how
I was
many
like
how many women did you surprise sex?
None.
Yeah.
Might
Good
have surprised them with my sex, but not surprise sex them. So they're like, oh shit. But not like, oh no. Yeah. It's a different kind of deal. You gotta play your angles sometimes.
Yeah.
You know.
Like all might not be lost.
I definitely didn't get my quota of like raping every woman that I saw. So, you know, I guess I failed.
All may not be lost because of the I think the Great White Hope, or is it like the Great Hispanic Hope? I guess.
Well, he's Italian, so yeah, the Great White
The
Hope.
Great Italian Hope.
Yeah, the Great Italian Hope. He's already doing the hand talking. You can see.
He picked that straight up from Trump. He found the things that Trump does. That
and it comes natural to him because he's Italian.
He's Italian, yeah.
But he's
as an Italian, I can confirm if you want us to shut up, don't gag us. Just tie
I thought you were
behind our
Dutch.
back. I'm both. You can be both.
Ooh, I suppose you can.
Dutch,
Dutch.
I'm too English for this conversation, I guess.
Aboriginal.
Silence, Whitey.
Of English. That's terrible.
My ancestors are native to a certain continent that's not the one I live in.
It's an island. It's not a continent.
South America, right?
Colombia?
I wish. I took a DNA test hoping that I had a drop of something not white in me. No, I'm completely white.
I took a DNA test, and that's how I know I have 0.47%.
I can't claim the one drop rule on anything.
They are currently formulating bioweapons against our race. We've all contributed in giving them fucking DNA tests. It's gonna be great.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna go very well.
So there was this article this week about how if Republicans ignoring the press is not going to turn out well.
Who's icing out the press?
DeSantis. So did you see the thing last week?
All right. Well,
he didn't invite, he basically didn't invite any
CNN?
leftist press to an event he was doing.
Sure.
And they all got haughty about it. And Christina Pashore, who's his media, it's like his press secretary.
Yeah,
she Colombian?
Pashore's not. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I doubt it. She's a blondie. So,
I might have to look her up.
But yeah, she's like, well, look, you're all just going to lie about me anyway, so you might as well just skip the part where you pretend to be unbiased and just write it anyway.
Yeah,
so
I respect that.
I think DeSantis gives me a little bit of hope that maybe there is a pushback, a general pushback against this bullshit.
Oh, she's super white.
She's super white. Super white.
She looks like Brie Larson. Like, no joke.
Oh my god, I've never actually looked at her face close up, but yeah,
it's a shame.
That's a very big shame. So I guess if DeSantis wins in 2024 or 2028, that's not going to be his press secretary. That's going to be his director of communications that you never see.
Yeah,
his wife is pretty good looking. So
yeah. Yes. So
politicians are always a breed of nightmare. I mean, I like DeSantis.
Yes.
But there's always something.
Will Wheaton says white people are domestic terrorists.
Okay. Domestic terrorist Will Wheaton.
Why the hell does this man exist anymore?
He doesn't. He's just.
Oh, this is from 2011. Someone tweeted this like it was.
Who did that?
I didn't.
Oh, this was me. I put it in.
I
didn't check the date. I'm sorry.
Bloody hell, Tim.
But
shame.
Sorry. Bounding into Comics tweeted it yesterday.
Oh well.
And then January. Okay. Yeah, whatever.
It's fine. I believe it.
Will Wheaton does Will Wheaton things.
Will Wheaton seems like a pretty nice guy.
Shut the fuck up, Wesley.
Yeah, shut up, Will. Shut up, Wesley.
I wish I had that.
I'll make sure I have that clip.
I love that this dude is just even relevant at all because he had a shit part on a shit TV show.
He's not.
Sorry.
Shut your fucking mouth.
He helped create Geek and Sundry, and that's about all he's done since.
Unless the shit part on the shit TV show you are talking about is him playing himself on The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Then I will agree.
That's also a shit TV show.
That is acceptable.
TNG. no, I would.
Fuck their autism washing.
Yeah, fuck Big Bang Theory.
That it's just a show full of autism face, and it's offensive.
It's full of fake autism. We come to the Discord.
Yeah, autism face. Like blackface, but autists.
But fake and pretending to be autistic.
But yes, Comic-Con got in trouble because they used the term Filipinx to try to signal their wokeness. At which point, Filipinos of the world united to shit all over them because they're like
California. That's why.
Yes,
California.
Of course, it's San Diego Comic-Con.
Filipinos are a single country. I'll give the leftists a little bit. I mean, Latinx covers half a continent and somewhat of Europe. But this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Latinos don't like Latinx either.
No,
nobody likes this. Everyone hates this.
In news, it should surprise nobody.
Except that
people who speak gendered languages don't like Americans and people who only speak English coming in and telling them how their languages should be fucking structured.
Yeah.
So,
never mind that Filipino is the gender neutral term.
Yes.
At least from what I've understood. Filipino is a gender neutral term. Filipina is the only gendered term.
Yeah.
What's the male term?
Filipino is not masculine.
Okay.
Just like Latino and Latina. Latino is the
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
gender neutral term, but it's also
Only the females get special treatment.
They're gonna presume it's
just like real life.
That's fair.
Yes.
They're gonna presume it's masculine. Filipino must be masculine if Filipino.
A little bit closer to home for Teminite.
For females, Filipino, but they get to call themselves Filipina.
Fuck,
So they get both. Yeah, I had a big chat with my family about this, and
for the Americans out there,
Is that
rugby
fancy
league is like is kind of like NFL, except there's no pads. There are cleats, no pads, and we don't stop every 5 seconds.
It's soccer.
And you actually have to put the ball on the ground to get it.
And you actually have to put the ball on the ground when you cross the line.
Is this rugby?
But other than that, it's almost
it's a variation of rugby. Yeah. So what you call rugby overseas is rugby union.
Yeah.
This is a variant called rugby league.
Rugby league, yes. It's played mostly in Australia on the East Coast, and also in the UK, and I think the French play as well.
Yeah, there's small
few
pockets of
European
rugby
countries
league
play
around
it.
the world. Yeah.
Why do you let the French
and the Islanders, huge game.
Where do you think we recruit from?
Which is where most of the best.
You guys should have a game where you play against emus or something, like on the other side.
No, we're not allowed to do that anymore.
Well, it'd be fun.
Last time we did that,
the war.
we had 2 wars. Yeah,
Not a
and we
blood
lost
sport.
them.
I mean, but just like a wrestling
The
sport.
last time we challenged the emus, it didn't work out well for us.
Yeah, we're forbidden under federal law.
I heard it takes a lot
to break the truce.
And then
But
you guys
yes.
don't have arms anymore. So.
But yes, so the Manly Seagulls, which is a team here,
The Seagulls.
south of
I
me.
knew it was Seagulls. I fucking knew it. I knew it was something like a sea eagle. What does that mean? No, it's actually seagulls.
No,
Like
it's
they're
a sea
actually
eagle.
Trash pigeons from the space.
I don't know what a sea eagle is.
It's a seagull. Seagull. It's right.
No,
You
a
say-
sea-
No, it's a sea eagle.
It is a separate bird.
Seagull.
A seagull is not
Seagull.
a sea.
It's not a sea. The Manly Seagulls is not the term.
Seagull.
It's the Manly Sea Eagles.
It actually looks like a
Seagull.
an American eagle.
But it's a
Maybe
trash.
maybe they're eagles from across the sea.
Oh.
Either way, so they were supposed to be wearing pride jerseys for a game they were playing against the Sydney Roosters, which are a bunch of homosexuals.
All right, let's look at sea eagle.
But yes, some of the 7 of the players from the team had a problem with this because they are Christians, and as is very common among Islanders.
Oh shit! Is this the one I linked? Yeah, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
So
I didn't read it.
Trust me. This was in all our papers this week. This was this was the thing this week.
I was watching the game as well.
There are like 7 million articles, but I didn't care enough to actually.
I only had
but
one in Merc.
I figured it slots into this idea is woke winning because the response to this was pretty massive. In that these 7 players decided to not play, and of course they had an issue with this. A lot of the players had an issue with this.
Oh, I read it was the whole team, or the whole.
No, it was just 7 of the players, and that was fine. Like they had it sprung on them.
7
They
fucking
weren't actually.
chads. Were they Muslim?
They weren't actually consulted
Christian.
about it
Yep.
before the
Cool.
announcement.
Interesting.
The team
Oh yeah,
made the announcement.
Yeah.
Got their virtue signaling points, and then it all went to shit. So, but it ended up that the team lost. Oh, did they lose? No, I think it was 20-10. Yes.
They lost. Oh yeah, they got thrashed.
Manly's brave 20-10 defeat.
Was it because it's 7?
That's not
of
how
their
you.
dads weren't playing?
That's not how you. Daily Mail. Just a
Fuck yeah, that's how it
a little
happened.
tip in pros. When you say 20-10, they lost. Like this doesn't make sense. Did they lose or did they win?
It says
They went down 5.
Brave 20-10 defeat. It says right after 2010 they
But
lost.
they defeat against this is some horrible copy.
They played the Roosters. The Sea Eagles played the Roosters and got
Yes,
their.
we used to have lots of bird related teams.
They should have been
Roosters,
called
Seagulls,
Gamecock.
Magpies.
Oh yeah.
Though don't fuck with magpies.
Oh shit! Aussie
No,
Magpies.
Gamecocks.
So
Not
yes, they
magpies.
lost. And but in addition to losing, the 7 players were told by the police to not go to the game.
Oh, By the police.
Because there were threats.
The 7 chaddest motherfuckers who were the reason they lost.
Let's be clear. These are NRL players. These guys are built.
They have jaws chiseled out of stone because they're
Not
so
necessarily.
fucking base.
But yes, this was all handled incredibly
Don't
poorly.
take this away from these men.
Imagine you're enforcers on an NFL playing field.
Like these are some of the players. Like these guys.
Yeah,
are
look at those pads.
These guys are tough.
Take the pads off.
Tough mothers.
Yeah. Take the pads off your linebackers.
Yeah, basically.
These guys are smaller than them.
Some of them are smaller than your NFL.
Yeah.
We have smaller players and bigger players.
Back on the bottom
Our bigger players are like
the big dudes.
Yeah, our big players are the forwards. Big players are the forwards. They're your offensive linemen.
Yeah. So different strategies, different game.
It all got it.
But yeah, it's.
Oh, why did they have the Croatian flag out there? Is that Croatia? What is that?
That'd be the Manly team.
No, that's the Manly Seagulls colours.
Oh,
Maroon and
it looks red, but it's not actually.
It's actually maroon. Yeah.
It's Croatia.
So yeah, we're our and now the NRL is talking about having a Pride week where all the teams do it.
Yeah,
So-
it's the NRL in particular has. This might be a bad way of saying it, but I believe it's. I think it's more closeted than the AFL is what I'm hearing. Because as far as I know, there's only one openly gay NRL player, Ian Roberts.
And he's not a player anymore.
No, that's right. He's not even actively playing. There are openly gay players currently playing in the AFL, Australian rules football, for the Yanks.
Why can't I make jokes on YouTube? I don't like it.
I know. Yeah. The players that were banned came out and said, the reason we boycotted is because you didn't talk to us first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many like major league like things do you guys have in Australia? Like how many like leagues?
We have
Like, big
NFL.
leagues, not like
We have AFL.
like,
So we have NFL with we have NRL, which is the
rugby league.
National Rugby League.
AFL, which is the Australian Football League, which is the AFL is just the same type of sport. So I call it aerial ping pong.
Yep.
What else? There's
rugby union.
There's soccer.
Yep.
There's rugby union.
Soccer's
There's 2020 cricket.
Yep.
Cricket.
Yep.
Yeah. So 2020 is a
Did you guys
special,
win like a cricket
special
tournament
version of
like a year ago or
cricket.
something?
What? Sorry.
Did you guys win a big cricket thing like a year or two ago?
We always win big cricket things.
Oh, okay.
We're one of the big.
Yeah, we are one of the top cricket nations.
greatest
in the
cricketing
world.
nations.
I mean, when you guys have crickets that they're the size of fucking baseballs, then yeah, I see.
Well, our crickets actually are, yeah, they're big. We actually have American football here. It's a very small thing, but there are American football, gridiron.
Like, how much do they get paid? Like, how?
Oh,
you guys-
I'm pretty sure. Not even close. No, I'm pretty sure it's not like a professional thing. But there is a following here for American football.
I am a giant fan
Are they like
of
10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand? Like, how much do they get paid a year?
They don't get paid. Like I
What?
can't imagine
It's
there's
an
a
amateur thing.
professional.
It's not a
team.
professional sport. But we
I'm
do
gonna
have
come over. I'm
leagues.
gonna revolutionize this shit. I'm gonna show you how to be a wide receiver.
You guys will like most Americans will hate me because I'm a Pats fan, or I was a Pats fan.
New England Patriots.
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
Oh, there we go.
As long as you're not a Dallas fan.
Most people react poorly to the
Brady
fact that I'm a
simp.
Pats fan. So
Goddamn Brady simp.
No,
I don't
don't
know.
care.
I don't know anything about American football. But
So,
we
I mean,
have.
what's not to like about the greatest player of all time? So
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's weird plastic face. I mean, he went to Michigan, and that's cool with me, but he creeps me the fuck out. Like Tom Cruise creeps me out. Same sort of thing. Like Tom Brady is weird. He's a weird guy. I mean,
Lovely
he's
wife,
obviously the greatest. He's got that intangible that you can't ever like. It just even Peyton Manning, who's one of the best actual accurate throwers. Like Tom Brady can just make shit happen. Like it's weird.
Yep.
7th round pick. The man should never have even seen the field. So it's
Yeah.
weird.
speaking of making shit happen,
No comment. No comment.
it's probably safer to not comment on that particular one. And speaking of another huge loss,
Oh God, I saw this one too.
So I guess in this case, I can safely say that the woke aren't winning.
Not at all.
So,
because have you seen the players they fielded?
I did see one particular player running, or not running, but attempting to run, I guess, jogging
rolling across the field.
So,
God.
So yes, onto another topic. I know, if anybody actually saw the opening, you would have seen this. But yes, the White House changed the definition of what a recession is. So this is back in 2020. In 2020, it was 2 successive quarters of negative growth in the GDP. And now, well, it's complicated. It's not actually that. It's something else. It's not a recession.
Oh, so he called it a recession 2 years ago when the same thing happened.
Yes.
Now it's not a recession. No, it's 2022. No, it's not a recession.
It's not a recession. No. See, it's actually more nuanced.
Oh, okay.
There's more nuance than that. It has
by all means, elaborate us on the nuance.
Yeah.
I love these Twitter goons. Every time they're like, "Oh, that thing I said a year ago repeatedly." No, I didn't mean that. That's not actually.
I didn't mean that. I didn't say that at all.
It's amazing.
That's not what we meant. You're missing the context there, Tim.
Yeah,
you're missing the context.
Yeah. These people are so. I'm just so. If you're over like 30 and you still like have not started thinking like, I think they might be lying to me, then you're beyond hope. Like,
why would your government lie to you? It's their job to help us. It's their job to look after us. Why would they lie to you?
That's exactly right. Why would your government lie to you?
Oh, that's a quote. That's a quote from certain people.
I kind of went in on this thing like this guy was giving Eric July shit about Rippaverse stuff, and I'm like, how dumb is this dude? And I click on his feed, and all it is him like arguing with random people about whether Janet Jackson was better than J-Lo, and it was like 3 fucking days of stuff. And I'm like, this man has not put any thought into anything at all. Like, he's just heard a thing and decided to squawk about it, and he has no idea what he's talking about. Like, it's just J-Lo, fucking Janet Jackson, pictures of Michael Jackson. I'm like, you have no brain. You're just a fucking NPC. Like, you come into Eric July's stream and just like complain about him doing things. You have no idea about it. You're talking about shit that happened 10 years ago in pop culture. Like, get out of here, bro. But this is the kind of people that are driving this. They're vaguely aware of what happens, and they heard a thing from another person, and they think, "Oh, that's reality."
Fucking hell.
No, it's okay. This is.
I know. I linked.
Daily.
Not okay.
You can trust us as a source of that information. You can also trust the Director General of Health and the Ministry of Health. For that information, do feel free to visit at any time to clarify any rumour you may hear. covid19.govt.nz. Otherwise, dismiss anything else. We will continue to be your single source of truth. We will provide information frequently. We will share everything we can.
You won't.
Yeah, so it's okay. The government will be your single source of truth.
You will share things that she likes. God,
Yes.
she's looking haggard though. Look, hey, boy, like, take heart. Look how bad
her
she looks
mouth
versus
has about
2020.
40% too many teeth.
She looked good in 2020. Now she looks like she's barely hanging on. She's the crypt keeper. So
You expect from an avowed card-carrying socialist.
Some women should not put their hair in ponytails. Like, do not pull your hair back, ladies.
some women should not be in office. / all of them.
Kiwis love her. They can have her.
I don't know that they do.
Oh, I haven't checked her. Honestly, I haven't checked her approval in years.
Yeah,
but all the Kiwis at work were lauding her when she got into office. Oh, she's so brilliant. She's doing what she said she was gonna do. It's so refreshing to have someone like her in office. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're a liberal voter in Australia. Don't spin that shit to me. Yeah. Don't you dare try and tell me that someone who does the exact opposite of what you support is doing a good fucking job. Don't come here and lie to me like that.
I hate the boomers in my state. Same thing. They will vote for, without fail, the prettiest woman on the ballot. Doesn't matter if she's good. Doesn't matter if she's intelligent. Jennifer Granholm, you know who she is? She's currently
Biden's
Biden's Secretary of Retardism or whatever. But she was our fucking governor because she was a fairly good-looking girl and she was going against some fat guy. And it's like, oh, God. Now we have Gretchen Whitmer, who was, at the time, had big tits and mildly attractive.
Ooh.
Now we're set up for a very impressive battle. We have Tudor Dixon, who is much more attractive than Gretchen Whitmer. And then we have Gretchen Whitmer. So it's going to be a fucking interesting. But, you know, one thing I will say is Gretchen Whitmer is very smart. She's evil, but she's very, very
worst
smart.
kind of evil. Yeah, actually, the intelligent evil.
Like if Joe Biden picked her for like a VP, like I'm not sure we would have been able to get rid of this fucking guy. Like she is just clever and Machiavellian and dangerous.
Yeah, Tudor Dixon. Yeah, she's just good, wholesome looking mama.
Yeah, compare her to Gretchen Whitmer. So it's gonna be we're gonna simp out and we're gonna pick her because Simp's
the
most beautiful woman. We have a bunch of boomers in the state retired from the car factories, and they don't even know what the hell they're doing because they're just barely alive. So
let's see. Gretchen Whitmer used to look alright, but time has not.
She was okay, but yeah, Tudor Dixon.
Time has not been
much.
I mean, if you don't have like lips, don't hard outline your features. Like, and she does it all.
Yeah, like Tudor Dixon's smile is much wider.
Oh yeah, but I watched the debate, like the Republican primary the other day, and she sounds and acts just like a politician, and I'm like, oh God, this is just our Republican Gretchen Whitmer.
Is it just me, or is this Trump's version of hover hands?
I think possibly.
He's like, just stand next to my arm, and I'm just going to give you the thumbs up, and then you can fuck off, okay?
Yeah, he gave an endorsement yesterday, so that was a big thing. Like,
yeah, she's endorsed by Trump. I think in public, he's just not putting his hands around people.
Yeah, look,
I'm not sure she should keep wearing those. So she got big arms.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we're fucked here. So it's gonna be great.
Dictionary, of course, doesn't agree with the White House.
Well, the dictionary also says, female is anything that's not
anything
male.
that isn't a male.
I disagree.
No, it doesn't say that. It says it says that for boy and girl. It doesn't say.
Sorry, boy and girl. No, you're correct. Yeah, boy and girl. It does that now.
So we looked at that last week.
That's right.
It's very confusing.
Yep. Yes, I can't tell what the fuck's going on anymore.
Wikipedia, of course, dutifully folded like a fucking cheap suit,
as they do,
and changed their definition.
Yep, Elon called him out for it too.
So of course, these two, this is a recession. These two, not a recession.
No, there is no recession in Ba Sing Se.
So yes, that's exactly right. So yes, that was fun this week. I hope everybody appreciates my artwork on the thumbnail.
I like it. I think
what is a recession?
The thing is, like, when you're here in America on the ground, like you can kind of see what's happening, like probably 4 to 5 months before like anything starts picking up on this.
Yeah.
Like after
I saw a news report about a woman who sells her plasma twice a week to make ends meet.
Oh shit, I did that as a college student. It's pretty normal.
This is a grown woman.
Well, she couldn't find a sugar daddy. She probably got 12 kids. It's America, man. These women are whores. Anyway. But the whole point is, like, in like 2000, probably 18, like you really started seeing everything change. Like people were buying things. People were fixing their houses. Things that were nightmares for years had been like, oh, wow, that guy who... It's been 10, 15, 20 years since this man even thought about mowing his lawn. While he's mowing his house, he's painting his house. Like these things are, I'm like, wow, the economy's picking up. Now it's bad. Things are, and this is going to get worse. Cause like the city I live nearest, it was not a high value city or whatever. Like it's not like people had a ton of money, but like people cared, like people were trying to like make things better. I went there to buy specialty beer like 6 months ago, 5 months ago, or whatever. There's fucking like homeless people outside the fucking store, like laying on the sidewalk. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I've never seen that in my life here. And there's like 4 of them. just like people like shucking for money. I've never seen that here. It's just things are gonna be getting red here. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna be interesting. It's a good thing I've prepared for misery my entire life, so I'll be fine.
Speaking of getting worse,
monkeypox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So everybody needs to make sure that they reduce their number of partners, especially those you do not know, or whose recent sexual histories you do not know. Ask your partners if they have symptoms. Avoid sex parties, circuit parties. I don't know what that is. And other spaces where people are having sex and other intimate contact with multiple people. I mean, that's probably good advice just on the whole.
Yeah, that's words to live by in general. But
I mean, I try to avoid sex parties. I mean, it's very difficult, apparently.
It's super hard if you're a gay man.
Yes. If you choose to have sex or other intimate contact while sick, cover all rashes and sores with clothing or sealed bandages.
Put a sealed bandage.
This may reduce contact or sores, but
Tape it up
other
real
methods
good,
of
boys.
transmission may still be possible.
Put some Neosporin on it.
Since it may be possible the virus can be transmitted through semen, use latex condoms.
Oh,
Do not
God.
share towels, clothing, fetish gear, sex toys, or toothbrushes. Wash your hands, fetish gear, and bedding. Sex toys should be washed
Look.
after each use or sex act.
Look, I just want to say this, and I'm going to try to be very PC on this. The plagues are many and often. Perhaps there's something to be said about take a fucking hint and stop. Just
this is
saying.
one of you think COVID and this are the two of the 7 plagues?
No, I'm AIDS and monkeypox and fucking every other thing that the gays get.
Oh, yeah.
Just stop. Clearly, God is trying to poison you at every fucking turn. Just maybe chill out a little bit. Bring her down a couple notches.
So that last one was New York Health. So they obviously, a bit confused because the CDC says, have virtual sex or don't do it while touching each other. Masturbate at a distance. But then again, they go, consider having sex with your clothes on.
So
Avoid
dry
kissing.
humping. Dry humping is going to stop monkeypox. I mean,
but as long as you dry hump and don't kiss. And wash your hands and sex toys.
Because condoms alone are likely not enough to prevent.
Not enough.
This, of course, triggered a debate. I don't know why it triggered a debate. Who could have possibly thought? But yeah, some epidemiologists in the health department in New York apparently had an issue with this, as they fucking well should.
Because they're woke as fuck.
This has got to be the easiest 2 weeks to stop the spread.
Has any
because it's affecting the gays. 2 weeks without sex, goddamn no. That's a hard no.
Fucking possible. And that it might be some jealousy speaking forward because that's annoys me that the gays get to have so much sex. It fucking makes me angry.
One of their
I'm jealous about it. I'm just saying.
One of their foremost doctors of epidemiology was reassigned.
Oh, no.
Because he disagreed with the city's monkeypox messaging, which is verboten.
Of course.
So yes, he was moved to another department to do with children. So I guess the children should be. No, well that's good. I'd rather that kind of person be near children than the other.
I'm not saying
if he's going to be honest, at least he should be.
Funny.
You do want honesty.
Yes.
Around children, you don't want lies around children.
You want honesty around public health.
Yeah.
Which is what we've had so little of in this past 2 years, because nobody wants to fucking tell the truth at all. But yes, I thought this was quite good. 2020 public health. Cover your disgusting face holes and stay the fuck home, you bunch of selfish troglodytes. 2022 public health. Maybe just put a little gauze on your monkeypox balls before your orgy. If you feel like it. I thought this was quite apt. That monkeypox is the left's don't say gay.
God, these I just
because they're in full on denial. Like this, it doesn't necessarily. It's not just gay people. It's not just gay people.
I mean, if the rubber doesn't protect you, what do you even? That just
Well,
says don't let gays.
I saw some fucking heinous pictures that I will not be sharing.
Don't show that. No, I've seen it. Like, and then they share it like it's a fucking badge of honor. Like, hey guys, look at my monkeypox. It's like, oh my god.
Just the title of this.
My buddy's gay, and I'm like, if you get monkeypox, I'll disown you. Like, just don't get that. It's disgusting.
Limiting sexual partners.
99% of the cases are among men.
Yeah.
95 of those patients are men who have sex with other men.
No,
So
all
I believe it's.
Not 100%.
I'm not sure.
5%.
I'm pretty sure that means you're gay.
5% are lying.
So this person on Reddit. Said that
Rams. Yes, I know Ramsey. Oh, yes.
So also it felt pretty awkward telling my jobs and parents, given the fact that it's basically quite the gay disease in the media. As a usually straight person who dabbles in non-straight sex occasionally, it was pretty awkward to basically at 35 years old be outed by getting this.
Oh, I thought you were straight.
News for you. That means you're gay.
Yeah. Non-straight sex?
Oh god. Oh,
Are you gay?
Like,
really gay?
I'm sorry. If you're a straight person who dabbles in non-straight sex occasionally, you're gay. Means you're gay.
Yeah.
Like, stop. Denial is not just a river in Egypt, my friend. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. San Francisco's not
San Francisco. I saw that in Zone
San Francisco is going to press on with the Kink and Fetish Festival.
No, sorry.
So, I mean, Nick will be happy if they've decided to press on.
Nick's been getting in on all this shit on Mitsuri. He's fucking juiced. He loves
stepped on.
Yep.
So,
yeah, Tony Tom put him up to it.
Monkeypox ain't going anywhere. And
I bet it. I
said,
fucking bent his fucking wrist to get him on there, get stepped on.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, Lady Racket steps on Nick. Like, you fucking know it.
I don't want to imagine that.
Like I said, trust has been very difficult to find, and truth. Apparently, so Free Beacon did a.
Look how tiny he is. He's so
wee little man.
He's not a wee little demon.
Oh god!
I mean, he's not Robert Reich small.
Box. Come on.
God, he's not Robert Reich small.
Yeah.
So,
to be fair,
fair,
he's 80. To be fair, he's 80, but
he has
you
shrunk.
lose 7 inches in height. That woman's probably 5'6". He's a fucking midget. Come on.
But yes, apparently the CDC has spent most of the pandemic coordinating with social media companies and big tech.
Is that what
giving presentations that included stuff like this?
Oh, that's pretty good.
So
I wrote shit like
I
that.
remember these. These were hilarious. I don't know why anybody would fucking believe them. But yeah. Also these. Oh god. Apologies. I've got the yawns on.
Have you ever seen the rainbow dildo butt monkey? Did I ever tell you guys about that?
Is that the guy in the rainbow monkey suit with the dildo at the front? Yeah, I've seen that.
I can't remember who it was, but they were like, "That's not a thing." I'm like, "No, that happened."
That actually happened. Yes, it did.
Actually fucking happened.
Yes.
So like, no. I'm like, yeah,
it happened. It was real, and people are allowing that kind of shit to happen at school. At school, yeah, I guess. And in libraries.
I'm going to search for this, and I think I'm going to regret it.
Oh no! Please don't search out the rainbow monkey dildo.
Rainbow dildo butt monkey. Search it out. Read Library UK.
Oh yes, I remember this.
There we go. Hey, buddy.
Oh, he was outside last time I saw him.
Uh-huh.
Summer reading. What says summer reading challenge more succinctly than monkey cock?
Mandingo. You mean Mandingo?
What's the article? What is this article? Because I didn't see this. It's fucking great.
This is from Spike, yeah.
Right.
Councils. This must have been. This was the UK, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Spike is UK.
Only England would let this kind of thing happen.
Oh, it did.
England lets some stuff happen now.
England is bored, or is, starting to get as he's
I should have brought that up
America
in
when it
his
comes
woke
to
winning
Right.
section,
Yeah.
because if we were in the UK, the answer would 100% be yes.
I actually had this argument. I said the UK is such an easy and nice place to live that these people will get sucked into authoritarianism, no problem. Like they're like, oh well, it's fine, everything's fine.
What happened over the last 2 years? You're absolutely right.
All their damn fucking they allow people to the government just put up video cameras everywhere recording everything they do. You can't even do anything wrong unless you're a Muslim, and then you just sorry, wait a minute. No, I mean in Minecraft. Anyway, but like you can't do anything. Like in England, you can't go over the speed limit 5 miles an hour. You'll get fucking busted. It's a fucking nightmare. Like why would you live in a place like that? But they think, oh, it's fine. I love my green and lush lanes.
It's what they voted for. Fuck them.
It's because
Is it though?
It is.
They voted for the Conservatives. You don't expect this stuff from the Conservatives.
From the Tories, I kind of do.
Yeah.
The Tories, I mean, I get it. It's the same thing with the Liberal Party. Same as, and I guess with the coalition here and the Republicans in the US. Like, yeah, they're the quote conservative parties, but they never act fucking conservative.
Our conservatives, as cucked as they are 10 times as conservative as any fucking British conservative.
I will actually agree to that. The Republican Party is infinitely more conservative than either the coalition in Australia or the British Tories. Absolutely. And that actually kind of repulses people to an extent. Because a lot of people see that as, at least living in Australia, like that no one outside of the fringe right in Australia would dare openly be as conservative as mainstream Republicans. Oh, you're pro-life in Australia? Oh, fuck no, your career's gone, boy. You're pro-life.
Look,
you're openly Christian? No, you're done. You try to weaken, well, I guess they'll say weaken firearms laws in Australia. No, you're fucking done.
Oh, that's the third rail. That's the third.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You can't do that.
No one even fucking tries to do that. Even the shooters, fishers, and farmers parties.
No, only people who've tried to do that are the Liberal Democrats, and look out.
Even then, the Lib Dems haven't gone hard on that either.
No,
it's shooters, fishers, and shooters firearms party, which is actually who I tend to vote for. Yeah, like in the upper house.
It's just a losing battle. You can't do it.
They're like, no, we're fine with it. We're fine. We'd like the licensing to be a little less severe, but it's fine the way it is. Like they're terrified.
You don't need a gun that looks like a military weapon. Even our shooters are like that. It's ridiculous.
Why do you need these weapons of war? Hey, bro. What's going on?
Because fuck the government. That's why.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is what happens when your first rebellion gets put down violently.
Yeah, exactly. For those who don't know, Australia did try and rebel in Victoria once.
It's a shame.
No. This is the Eureka Stockade. This was before the Emu Wars. This was before we federated. But yeah, there was a little bit of an uprising in Victoria.
I should have got some practice.
And we lost. We lost very quickly. So, yeah.
But what we got was a Kraken flag.
Yeah, the flag's pretty sweet, gotta admit.
The one you have now?
No.
Oh.
No, the Eureka flag.
What's that one? I don't think I've seen that.
This fucking bad boy.
That's all right. It looks a little bit like Spike Dix, though.
It's the Southern Cross.
Americans don't know what that is.
The Southern Cross is a
constellation.
A constellation.
Why did they make them look so
in the Southern Hemisphere?
Like, why would you do that?
What?
They look so girthy.
It's a bit bigger. So you know what the Australian flag looks like, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the stars on the Australian flag are in that pattern. And the New Zealand, except the New Zealand ones have except we make our Southern Cross.
I like that one. I like that
These
one
stars. This is actually the
over the other
Federation
one.
star.
Yeah.
Go to the one with the lines to the right, not with the people. Farther. Keep going. That one with the before the brown one.
Second from the right.
That one.
Yeah, that one's good. I like that one.
That's a Prussian-esque redesign.
There's no dicks though.
Oh.
Look, look. I'm pretty sure that the fact that exists means it's already been co-opted by some far right group.
You
So
wouldn't
what?
surprise me.
Yeah, take back your rights. The
That's
Southern Cross
that's the
belongs
problem.
to.
Can't take back what you never had.
The no shit, no lie. I'm pretty sure I saw an article. Yeah, I'm almost positive I saw an article that was saying like the Eureka flag is now associated with anti-vax extremists.
They absolutely do that.
It is.
I have no doubt.
No, I mean, it's just an anti-establishment flag. So it's
Yeah.
the equivalent. It's
Which
the
means
equivalent
it should be
of
the
Don't
most
Tread on
popular
Me.
flag in the country.
Yeah, it's the Australian version of the Gadsden flag.
Yeah.
So anyone who rebels against authority or power or the establishment narrative, they tend to fly or to adopt the Eureka flag, just as a symbol of rebellion.
Yeah, no step on snack.
No step on snack. Leave the snack alone. He
in
good
my
boy.
shop. I have the Gadsden flag. I'll hang the Southern Cross for you guys, for my kinfolk down in the
Do
south.
it, man. Get a Eureka flag, man. It's a great
I'll
flag.
do a picture. Can I get one in like green or black, or does it have to be blue?
It has to be blue.
Yeah, the color is blue. I prefer. I officially Australia's national colors are blue. It is blue, I believe, but we just use green and gold. I was always taught that even though we use the green and gold, they're actually not our national colors. We just use green and gold, which I actually prefer. But I was always told like
I'm
the
pretty
actual.
sure our national colors are green and gold.
Maybe they've actually formally adopted that.
Green and gold.
Yeah, have you ever seen Australians at the Olympics? Yeah, our uniforms are all green and gold. It's fucking amazing. I love it. But I was always told that our national color is actually blue.
You should do a clever Ukraine flag type deal, because theirs makes sense. It's like the sky above.
So our colors are Pantone 348C and 116C.
Yours should be blue.
I was
and
lied
red.
to. Never mind. No,
you were lied to. Yes.
Good.
Yours should
That's
be
fine.
red.
Because it represents the national flower, the wattle.
Yep. No, I'm all fine with that. It's just,
This fucking bad boy. Look at this bad boy.
Oh,
How's that for a fucking national flower?
It's not a flower. It's just green.
No, this is flowers. This is the wattle. This is the gold.
Green.
No, the gold. The gold is flowering.
Yeah.
Gold is green.
Whatever.
That's gold.
Whatever.
I mean, maybe it is. I mean, I see gold on this, and I see gold in my avatar, but I don't see gold there. It looked like hops.
Anyway, you're getting fucking illegals, more illegals, IDs. So.
Anyway, fuck you in the south.
I mean, I do wish we put green and gold in our flag somewhere. That should happen.
I've seen some banging like Australian flag redesigns.
Yeah, absolutely.
That are absolutely fucking fantastic. That
It just
I'd be
seems
like,
silly
yep,
that
I
our
would
national
I
colours
would
are not
stand up and
represented.
salute that.
Yep, our national colours are not represented in our flag. It's a bit silly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So illegals are going to get some IDs. The Biden administration is going to give you some IDs for your illegals. So I wonder if they'll you'll probably be able to vote using it, so it'll be accepted as an ID there. So, oh no, wait, you guys don't do that. So, oh well.
No, we were reliably informed that that's illegal.
No, that's racist. It's racist.
Both. Well, both. Yeah.
So, I don't understand. Like, as a country that has mandatory detention for irregular arrivals, as we call them.
Yeah.
How the fuck do they get there? Do they come in shit?
They're on a boat.
Yep.
To be fair, most of our illegal migrants actually fly into the country and just overstay their visas.
Yes.
Where do they come from? Like where?
Anywhere. Asia, like
mostly Asia.
Students overstaying their visa.
Yeah, most of the time it's overstaying student
Who
visas.
comes on boats? Are there any like South Asian?
Asylum seekers from all over the fucking world.
People who can't afford flights.
Yes.
What's it cost to have a South Asian masseuse girl? Like, how much does she cost? $30,000 a year? How much?
The
does it
boat
cost?
trip's a bit too far to the US. You're better off
I'll
just getting a
buy a plane
Mexican
I'll buy her a plane ticket.
or a Canadian.
Her job is fuck Canadians. Her job is just to do masseuse stuff. I don't even require any dirty things. Just masseusing. Masseur. Small hands. You guys are not taking advantage of the things.
I know it's a thing. I just don't have any figures for you.
Yeah.
The natural treasures that are coming to your borders in the north, and you guys just let it go. You're just like, you could probably each own your own masseuse woman for like very little money. Give her a house, give her food, and buy
I can't
her
even
like
give myself a house. That's the problem. Once I get myself all set up, I'll look into it.
maybe shut the fuck up, man.
So-
Stop.
Despite not using the
Now you
National
guys
Guard.
dog.
Yeah, I know it was the dog. You could hear the dog in the background.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Despite not realizing that she has the National Guard to be able to put down, horrible, brutal insurrections. She's certainly got the National Guard to deal with the flood of illegal immigrants into there.
How did she get that white hair? That's
How did all those migrants get there? I thought DC was a sanctuary city, isn't it? Sure, DC's a sanctuary city.
Yeah, but they all need to stay in their own fucking state, Florida or Texas.
Texas shipped
No,
them.
the FEMA's going to send them to Florida.
Yeah.
Texas shipped them to DC. DC shipped them to fucking Florida.
FEMA's Texas and
ship them motherfuckers right to
Texas
Cuba.
and Arizona are shipping them to DC and New York, and FEMA's going to send them to Miami.
No, I said ship them right to Cuba. Like, oh, you like communism? See ya.
Cuba's right near Miami, though, so
yeah,
that'd be funny.
Short trip.
You just organize an exchange with Cuba.
No, drop them off and go Guantanamo, and then don't tell anybody, and then just flood
Just
across.
open the gate from Gitmo and just push them in.
Yeah.
Hey, Castro, they're your problem now.
Just go. God, that sea eagle does look like a mix between like an eagle and a seagull, though.
It does, yeah, but it's not actually a seagull.
Yeah, it's a sea eagle.
Sounds like seagull to me.
It does sound like seagull, but it's a seagull or an ern, I think, is another name for them.
English, our words are bastardized anyway. Let's just call it a seagull.
Yeah, seagull like beagle with an S.
It's impressive.
So that was all the I guess semi-structured stories I had this week.
How did Bronco not get kicked off Twitter?
He will eventually.
He will eventually. Yeah, he'll get the ire of the wrong person. Look,
Man,
I think people who are removed from Twitter, how it actually works is it's not you've said anything or done anything unless it's algorithmic. So the second you hit tweet, it's like your account has been fucking frozen. And I've had that. I tweeted a video like a couple of weeks back, the Woman King one. I tweeted that, and immediately I hit tweet, and my account was restricted. And I was like, "What the hell?" It was like, "You need to delete this tweet," and I appealed it, and literally 30 minutes later, it was cleared.
No, is that how it worked for you? Because when I appealed, they let it hang, and like first it was like a 12-hour suspension, and then I was like, "Well, I don't think I did anything wrong," so I appealed it. And then they were like, "Oh, you've been denied." I'm like, "All right, well, I'll wait my 12 hours."
This wasn't a suspension. This was a delete this or your account is restricted.
Oh yeah, you get locked out until you delete it. No, I did have a couple of those on my previous brand. I ended up deleting. I waited and decided whether or not to fucking do it.
Yeah,
I ended up deleting them because I'm pretty sure.
No, fuck that. I'm not deleting shit.
No,
I will
delete tweets that have a misspelling so that I can repost them without.
That's about the only time that I delete shit is misspelling. I ended up deleting it, but eventually I did. Yeah, I got mass reported on my original brand, and that got taken down. And the appeal was rejected because it was something to do with 13/50, which is factually accurate, but it was considered hate speech. So no, the appeal was rejected and case was closed. And even when they were taking appeals again, because Elon was going to take over, no, it got rejected again. So okay, time to rebrand.
I was just annoyed because like they were like, all right, well, 12 hours, and then like I was like, no, fuck you, and then I figured I'd have to wait 12 hours, and then I waited like 3 days, and they're like, well, no, delete this. I'm like, oh well, I guess now I have to. And it was about lemmings running off a cliff. Like literally, that was a tweet. Like the left is like lemmings running headlong off a cliff for no reason. Like that was literally the tweet because I dared to argue with some dumb fucking leftist who mass reported probably like 9 things I fucking wrote. So, and I try to be reasonable.
So this is the 8th episode of this that I've done. And back on the first episode, one of the first things I covered was Diablo Immortal. So 8 weeks ago it came out.
It's your phones.
It's made $100 million.
Wow, in China.
How?
In China.
How?
Yeah,
in China.
exactly.
Who's
How
buying this?
I assume Saudi princes.
Well, yeah, or DSP.
DSP, Saudi princes. I mean, I saw this and it made me sad because other games developers will see this shit and they'll go, oh, I can make a piece of shit. Like I can make and fundamentally Diablo Immortal, like gameplay wise, is a decent game. The gameplay half is good. The gameplay's a straight up Halo game. And then it's not a Halo, it's a straight up Diablo game. And they just ruined it. They ruined it with fucking predatory monetization. And they're just going to do that from now on.
And it's stage capitalism.
Very disappointing that they're going for the rich prick market.
Thing, go ahead. Sorry. Okay, I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing about capitalism is like the things that you very much love will be destroyed, but new things will rise up. So things like Diablo that you loved forever are going to just fall to shit because it'll be overwrought and overrun. And then a new thing will show up from people who realize that Diablo and fucking wizards and whoever else are just ruining everything. And then they'll like be, cult fucking leaders. And then it'll be a new thing. And then that will die too because corpos will buy that and then it'll kill it.
That's what Path of Exile is for. Basically, is Path of Exile has been around for nearly a decade, but that was a spiritual successor or reinvention of Diablo 2, and it's the main kind of competitor to Diablo.
Yeah.
And it's coming out with its sequel very soon, I believe. Its first sequel, but yeah, I mean, franchises, they all have to die eventually.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. They do.
Especially things like Lord of the Rings, where it didn't need to die, and now Amazon's...
No, it didn't need to end like this.
It's like watching my favorite fucking thing in the world being killed with a hammer in front of me, and I have no way...
Not too far off. Like, a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings fans are fucking severe, and it's not like anything else. Like there's established lore.
One fandom I don't want to piss off are the Tolkien fans because they're so organized. You guys have fucking lecturers and university courses and shit about that stuff.
So fucking no. I'm so
and Tolkien
doesn't that start this week?
And look,
Lords of Power, Lord of the Rings.
Right,
here's the thing,
the
Rings
like,
of Power,
Return of the King. But even Tolkien himself, literally said, "I resent any perversion of my characters," or something to that effect. He openly said, "No, this is the way my stories should be fucking adapted, and I'd reject anything otherwise."
There are plenty of spots in the stories that you could spin your own tale. Basically, the entire East and the entire South are well open. There's points where you have established things to build off of, where black people and brown people actually live. There's been like points where he Tolkien kind of like, here's what happened kind of here, and then there's room for expansion without raping and destroying things that are literally set in stone currently. Like you could write your own story. And there's plenty of spots in Tolkien's world where you could do this,
but they don't have any of the rights. Rings of Power. That's the problem. Is they don't have the rights to any of that material, not the locations, not any of it.
It's not even a thing.
That's why they go pull from the appendices of the Second Age.
Yeah,
because they were lucky to even get the rights to the name Galadriel, but that's why they don't have hobbits in the show. They have halflings.
How is what they're like? Because I saw what they're doing. I saw the fucking. I understand where they're at and what they're doing. There's no way that is more or cheaper than buying the rights to do Harad or the Easterlings. And that would be an interesting story if you did it well, because nobody knows anything about that. So you could make up whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. Really, you could do whatever you want there. Make the story about how Sauron was like he white supremacized these people into following. Do that. Nobody cares. That's totally above board. You could do that. Make it the bad Republicans. Nobody cares because no one knows what happens over there. Nobody knows what happened there. So you could write your own story and you could do callbacks. You could add in some elves being around, and like you could do anything. But these people have no creative skill, so they just steal something that's already done and destroy it. Like this whole fucking white M&M Sauron thing. Like, if you've ever even thought about reading the Silmarillion, like that's obviously not ever what that was. He has been a lieutenant to the Dark Lord since before time began. He's not going to be some fucking waifish, blonde, brooding douche nozzle. He was like one of the most powerful beings on fucking middle. I'm sorry. I'm getting weird. Sorry. It just makes me so fucking angry. They just, ugh.
So these appendices, were they written by Tolkien himself?
Yeah, but they're very it's like what do you say?
They're like one sentence things as far as I know.
Yeah, they're just like basic, like, and it's, you know, it's basically like passing terms referring to things that are happening currently. Like
nice.
Like that's basically how it is. Like read the Silmarillion, and that will tell you. Like I tried to show my buddy that, and I have it on tape, and like we were going on like a 6-hour car ride, and I'm like, "Hey man, you like Lord of the Rings?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This is gonna be great," and he fucking got bored out of his mind. But I find it wildly fascinating because it's essentially a history book of what happened, and like you could easily adapt things and change things, or well, not you don't even need to change things. But there's so much room for things. Like nobody knows essentially at all what happened in the Dwarven Kingdoms. Nobody knows. It's basically like a big question mark. What happened during the Second Age, Third Age? Nobody knows. It's basically what I don't know. So you could make up your stories, whatever. Say you could do whatever, but they can't because they have no fucking talent at all. They can't make things up. They have to steal things that were already made. Galadriel's never been a fighter. She's not a fighter. Never should have been. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
And this is Galadriel.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
No. Like, I could see her as a younger Galadriel just off. If you just showed me that, okay, that's a younger Galadriel, sure. I actually don't know Tolkien's works that well. I've never been really into it. I've read The Hobbit. I've watched the movies.
Yeah.
Like I know who Galadriel is, but I mean, even I know that she, at least from everything I've seen, she was not a fighter.
Yeah,
she was a
not
matriarch.
That way. She was a fighter, but not that way.
There are so many amazing stories that could be told if you're a non-woke. Like there are excellent stories to be told that aren't fully fleshed out that you could make just amazing, but they can't. And now that this thing has been bought by Corpo Hell, and now it's just dead. Basically,
it's everyone that they're putting in charge who has ruined it.
Yeah.
They're openly coming out and saying, let's make the story that Tolkien didn't dare to, or the story that Tolkien would have made today, or what we think Tolkien should have made. And they are not trying to, they have no intention of trying to remain accurate. They want to make the story that they want to.
They want to fix it.
That's right. That's the term. Sorry.
Tolkien would have wrote, if he lived another fucking 100 years, he would have. I have no doubt he's not George R.R. Martin. He would have fleshed out on everything that he would have told all the stories of the South, and he would have done all that shit with where the blacks lived or whatever, and the brown people. Like he would have absolutely said what happened there. But he's a white European guy writing a story that was based his world is basically Britain and Europe. How do you blame a guy for that? That's where he lives. That's what the thing he grew up with. That's what it is. I mean, you can't. It's like if I was like in Africa and like blaming a man who's writing the story in Namibia, like, well, how come you don't have any white Europeans here? Because
exactly,
he's a black man living in Namibia, and he wants to tell the story of like. What do you mean? Why doesn't he have any white people? It's because he's
man. I'm watching this Black Panther movie, and there's not enough white people.
These wokies are so
fucking... Not enough white people in Wakanda.
These people.
The fuck?
Sorry, the Tolkien shit is like that's the only nerd spot I actually possess. Like literally the only one. So
no, look, I can understand watching something you enjoy being destroyed by wokesters.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm a Star Trek fan.
Watching being raped and murdered in front of you, it's horrifying.
The last glimmer of hope I have for Star Trek is season 3 of Picard.
I'm sorry.
I've heard 1 and 2 are not that great.
Yeah, 1 and 2, skip them. Don't even worry about them.
Do you have a reason to hope that 3 is going to be okay?
I watched a video from Popcast on YouTube, and they broke down some news about it, and it was promising.
Oh,
so
that's nice. I kind of hate
the showrunner is actually a fan of Star Trek.
Things
they're bringing back the old cast. Patrick Stewart is less involved in the back end stuff.
Okay, that's good.
So
from what I hear,
Sir Patrick went full on woke, and I don't know why.
That's what I've heard about all of the TNG cast. To be honest, Frakes, Curtis, Spiner, McFadden, all of them to various degrees. What I was watching, I was listening to some podcast on the weekend as I was driving, and yet they were saying similar things about. Was it Martina Sirtis was at a convention panel, and she was getting up saying, she was getting up and giving some rant about fucking Japan and whale hunting, and Gates McFadden and Brett Spiner are trying to just calm her down, or is it LeVar Burton? They're just doing the same, trying to chill her down and get the mic away from her, and LeVar Burton is woke as fuck as well.
Like, stop fucking this up.
Sorry, I'm halfway drugged up on cough medicine at the moment, but yeah, like I've heard that most of the TNG cast are all fucking woke as hell, which is a damn shame.
That's sad. Just as sad.
Yeah,
we've wasted 2 decades researching Alzheimer's based on a lie.
Oh shit!
So apparently, what was it? It was the protein that back in 2006 was heralded as the cause of Alzheimer's isn't actually the cause, and images in the study were basically faked. So
that's how I got my degree.
You just faked all the images. You just used Photoshop.
Well, I did fake my.
That's how I have my PhD. I just photoshopped someone's name out of it and replaced it.
I had the thing. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Actually, this is
call me Dr. Thermo.
At least I didn't have to like fake an important study. It was like asking people whether or not they're racist or something. I can't remember. I fucking don't remember anymore. I don't use it. It's okay. I'm not practicing. Don't fucking call the police or anything.
More black pilling for everybody. The Sandy Hook parents want $150 million from Alex Jones. So I don't know. Yeah.
Show me look.
Show me some actual monetary harm.
Show
me some actual fucking harm.
Yeah, he was wrong and he was a dumbass for saying this, but how were they monetarily harmed?
How were they harmed? Where was the malice?
What happened to them that made them lose or suffer in any way other than emotionally? And then 150 is not. That's because they already got a judgment, did they? This is a different case, isn't it?
Oh, there's thousands of cases.
There's
I've never seen someone get so fucked by the justice system as
apparently Nate, the lawyer, and Viva Fry have been having a big friendly disagreement about all this.
Nate's kind of half retarded. I like Nate.
Nate is particularly retarded when it comes to Alex. That's the big thing. Is
some things
a lot of people are when it comes to Alex Jones. A lot of people are very triggered by it.
Yeah.
How can you find him funny?
Sandman shit and what are you talking about, dude? This. I like Nate. He's not. He's halfway. He's got one leg in the fucking I'm not retarded water, and then the other leg.
Yeah, he just has a massive hate boner for Alex. And as he basically said, I'll see if I can find the tweet. But, Alex Jones admitted to the lies. He admitted to the defamation. Anyone who's telling you otherwise is lying or doesn't know what they're talking about. And it's a roundabout way of calling Viva a liar. But I mean, they're friends. They're having a back and forth about it. But Nate is going going full retard over it all.
I could find it if you can.
It's like he didn't confess to shit. He was found guilty in his
got
absence.
bad information.
Yeah, he didn't confess
had a source
to defaming
that
people.
normally tells him stuff that came to him like that. He's like a
He
solid
believed
source.
what he said.
It says this, and he believed them. So
exactly, he believed what he said. He was wrong. On top of that, his InfoWars appearances are a persona that's been admitted in court.
Yeah.
It's a stupid way of running his business. Like, just stop trying to play a character.
let's be clear. If it's not Alex Jones, if this was the Wall Street Journal, or the New York Times, or Washington Post,
anyone else would
saying this stuff, it would have been thrown out.
Exactly.
So,
my source said this. Oh, well, the source was wrong. Oh,
we wrote a retraction. Done.
Yep.
That was the whole thing about it, is like, as far as I understood it, like essentially, like they wanted shit from him that he couldn't like actually present. Like,
they fucked him with because this is the penalty phase.
I
Because
don't understand.
they rendered a default judgment because he didn't respond to discovery quick enough. And he had responded to discovery. He'd provided like millions of documents.
Yeah, but he didn't.
And they just wanted more. It was all a tool to be able to fucking get a default judgment.
They've pronounced him. He's been convicted or pronounced guilty in his absence without being able to actually be.
He didn't get to put on a case
without being able to actually have his day in court and defend himself. He's been rendered guilty through a default judgment.
Yeah, and that's how we do now. That's how it runs. That's how it works.
You are no longer innocent until proven guilty, and I'd argue if you ever were.
The guilty part comes with after you're indicted.
Yep.
It depends where you are.
Oh, you've been indicted by a jury. That means you're guilty.
Yeah.
Where you are and who you are is what.
If you weren't guilty, you would never have been indicted. I'm sorry. Is this Japan?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sounds like a Republican in DC.
I mean, this is the best defense Alex Jones could put on.
Look, here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm kind of fucking retarded.
I'm kind of retarded.
So, I mean, how can you beat that
I
defense?
love Alex Jones.
Again, he's been right about most things. He's been right about more things than Nate has ever been in his entire life, and I said that to Nate on Twitter. Yes, he was wrong. He was deeply wrong about this one big thing. Understandably,
it was like, I remember
it was a massive fuck up
when he said this. I'm like,
God, no, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I mean,
he's paid for it. He came out, admitted he was wrong.
Clearly he has.
Took him long enough. He should never have done it, but he's been atoning for it. He's admitted he's completely wrong about it.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen him, but I feel like I've not seen him go real hard on 9/11 before.
I never watched InfoWars. I've only really watched Alex outside of InfoWars when he's doing interviews with people. When he's appearing on other things like Friday Night Tights or whatever.
Yeah, or clips of him from.
Or clips of him on Crowder or stuff like that.
Because InfoWars is like once it was kicked off YouTube.
Yeah,
it's almost impossible to find. Like you got to use band.tv, and every time you go on InfoWars, it's the Chad looking motherfucker instead of Alex. Like every time I've tried to watch, like to sit down and be like, I wonder what Alex Jones is talking about today. You go to like band.tv and light up InfoWars, and it's the Chad looking guy. So
I just never watched InfoWars. I knew about it. I like back then. I thought Alex Jones was just the crazy David Icke conspiracy theorist, turning the frogs gay and all that shit. But
which is true.
They're for water and chemicals in the water.
Chemicals in the water.
They change
the sex of the frogs.
That's right. Yes.
It gets so much worse than that.
It's
some things like
carnival barker way to say it, and it gets attention, but it's true.
Yeah.
When I was kind of like on the left, sort of, I was always very skeptical. But I was like, well, Alex Jones is
what did you say, Tim? What did you say, Tim? You're on the left.
That's what I thought. I was on the left too.
Yeah.
Oh, rip in peace.
Don't let her reform. I was always very
sounds
skeptical.
like some commie shit.
And that's how I got out of it. Is like I was hearing all the shit they said about Trump and Jordan Peterson. I'm like, fuck, how do they get away with this shit? These monsters, like that's terrible. Yeah. And I went and actually
hear them, yeah.
Like I looked at the things they were talking about and actually like watched the interview. I'm like, this isn't. What do you mean? Like this is fine.
The horrible things Trump did.
The beautiful part of this. Oh man, the tagline there is everything. The name. Oh.
Yep.
Is that Alex Jones again? He looks trim.
And it's
Alex Jones
General,
slimmed down.
no,
Oh,
it's
shit.
just a reporter for
very soy, actually.
Solomon. Yeah. General Milley's recollection undercuts month-long effort by Democrats to suggest Trump wanted to incite violence. Many key questions left.
Yes, the man who was pushing CRT in the military is also the one defending Trump.
Yeah.
Do you know he wears lipstick?
Yeah, the guy who has been mocked up, with images of lipstick and all that shit. The same guy.
Oh, I thought that was real.
I don't know, maybe it is. He's the one pushing, for trans involvement in the military. So
I don't know. I don't know any. And my good buddies, he's been in the military for whatever a while. My cousin basically retired out of the military. Nobody that I've ever talked to, and all their friends who I've talked to, would ever support this kind of thing happening.
No.
This dude essentially must be paid off by some other foreign actor. There's no way he could just be randomly that woke. There's just no fucking way.
No.
I don't know how you get through that. He's been in the Marines. I understand, he's probably consumed a lot of Crayola. But
all the microchemicals have finally gotten to him.
Yeah, maybe the Crayola just he just ate one too many pink crayons, and now
it doesn't.
He's Army. He's not Marines. He's Army. That explains it.
Oh, Milley's Army. I thought he was Marines.
Milley's Army.
No, you know why I thought he was Marines? Because he fucking wears the World War II outfit.
Yeah,
he changed the dress uniform for the Army to the World War II look, which looks the same as the Marines dress uniform, like the Marines general dress.
Yeah.
I just don't know anybody anywhere. I mean, there's real big problems in the upper echelons in the Army and everywhere, in all phases. You have bureaucracy and bullshit, but how hard he's oh no, lower the standards, and also fucking weirdos should be totally. You want to wear a fursuit while doing your ruck marches? Totally fine. No, nobody fucking would. It's so fucking weird. I just don't understand it. It's so terrible. The only war that we're gonna win as America is essentially a civil war against ourselves. We couldn't beat Russia right now with the people that are in the military. Couldn't happen. Old vets and people who are hard as shit are the only defense, and we're just all sitting around in America. We're not going to fucking Russia. That's just not going to happen. We're not going to Europe. Not fighting China. We don't care anymore. Nobody cares.
This is why I thought, because this is the Marines service uniform.
Yeah, because I saw him wearing an olive drab uniform.
Yeah. And Army hadn't been like that for a while. I think Army's.
I love that peacoat at the back. Looks good.
Yeah, peacoats are great, man.
Shame the Nazis ruined all the fucking snazzy dress.
Well, you can't have Hugo Bosses on your uniforms anymore.
Oh, you can't look snappy and wear black anymore? What the fuck?
I've read the baddies.
Everything.
So let me find this timeline. Monday the 4th. All right, so here we go. Chief of Police Sunderland asks Senate Sergeant-at-Arms Michael Strahan and House Sergeant-at-Arms for authority to have National Guard to assist with security for January 6th. Based on briefing with law enforcement partners, request is denied.
Denied.
And it was denied. So blah, blah, blah. SA and HS. So the House Sergeant-at-Arms and the Senate Sergeant-at-Arms tell Chief of Police Sunderland to contact General Walker at DC National Guard to discuss Guard's ability to support a request if needed. Sunderland informs General Walker, indicating that the United States Capitol Police may need DC National Guard support, but does not have the authority to request at this time. General Walker advises COP that in the event of an authorization request, DC National Guards could quickly repurpose 125 troops to provide DC with COVID-related assistance. Troops would need to be sworn in as United States
Capitol Police
Capitol
deputized,
Police.
essentially.
So because they need to be sworn in because posse comitatus prevents
DC's a
active military from participating in police
Oh,
actions.
Yeah,
I hate that DC is the thing that it shouldn't be. It should literally be nothing but administrative. No one should be able to live in this fucking place. I fucking hate it.
There's a plan to do that, to make DC, like when they want to make
the plan. That was the whole point of it, is that there would be no. Oh, God, I fucking hate this.
Well, DC. Well, the idea with DC becoming a state is that they would reduce the capital area to just the federal buildings.
So why does it need to be a
and the
state?
White House, and
Just give it
then
back to Maryland.
everything else would be the state of District of Columbia.
No.
Which is
You-
retarded. Why the fuck would you do that? Like, it's.
No, it's
I
dumb.
understand why you like. We have the Australian Capital Territory,
Mm-hmm.
which is compromised.
I like how you
so
guys
that
did that. I was looking
New
at that.
South Wales and Victoria don't have the capital. That was the compromise. They drew a fucking line between Sydney and Melbourne, picked a spot in the middle, and said, "Okay, this will be Canberra, which will be this new nation's capital."
I also think it's too big. It's quite large.
The ACT. I wonder.
Canberra's not that big.
Canberra's not that big. Like the whole ACT.
Bigger. It's too big. It should be like basically like 5 by 5 miles, because that's all you need to fit all the fucking disgusting snake corporatists.
You've got.
Have you seen this Twitter?
I have family from Canberra. It's most of. There's a whole. Sorry, my throat's killing me today. Embassies. You have all the fucking embassies in Canberra. Like, there's an entire part of the city that is practically nothing but foreign embassies.
That should be how it is. It shouldn't be like if you have a capital zone.
So
it's
the
not
ACT.
There's not that many people in Canberra either. It's only like 500,000 people, by the way.
So
That's a lot.
Washington DC.
Yeah,
is 68 square miles.
It should be nuked down to like 2 square miles.
The Australian Capital Territory is 910 square miles.
Too big. Too big.
Okay. I'm starting to be convinced. I didn't realize that was the disparity. Holy shit!
So that's fucking huge.
But Canberra's also not as built up of a city as DC.
Yeah,
Canberra is a very flat city.
Yeah, it's a very sparse.
DC is a very flat city too. I think the tallest building in DC is actually the Washington Monument. Like 8 stories is the highest that you can go in DC.
Yeah, DC is also very compact. But Canberra is not. Canberra's not.
That's the rule.
That's right.
You can't have
Canberra's
anything
extremely open.
So the ACT has just under 500,000 residents.
Yeah.
No one should live there. It should not be
like DC has like 7.
The District of Columbia has almost 700,000.
Did you say Columbia?
The District DC, Washington
Oh,
DC.
Sorry. All right.
So I'm looking at the metro
600,000.
Yeah.
700,000 almost.
Yeah, I was looking at the metro area. Sorry, the metro has 7 million for DC,
So,
but
I don't think, does Canberra have an international airport? I don't think it does.
I don't know. I don't think it does. Canberra.
They've got an airport, but it's not an international airport.
They're just coming from Sydney. National Airport. I should know this. Canberra Airport. Canberra Airport is an international airport.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can fly internationally directly to there from anywhere. But I guess international planes like foreign dignitaries could fly in.
You used to flights to. I know. Apparently, you used to go to Singapore and Wellington from Canberra. I don't think they do it anymore, but probably with COVID or whatever. But if, technically, it is. Technically,
don't talk about anything important. I have to go get more beer.
It is technically an international airport.
Yes. Senate's Sergeant at Arms notifies Capitol Police that access to the Senate side of the Capitol will be restricted to senators. So they knew who they needed to talk to. Oh, this is the same day. Begins issuing updates, task force briefing, joint session perimeter plan. Assigns 2 DPD agents. I'm still waiting for someone to fucking explain to me who opened the fucking doors and why no one in those hearings is bringing that shit up.
Yeah, they don't have the balls to. I mean, even AOC has admitted Even she understands that. Hey,
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
The Capitol Police let these people in. Is there more? Like, keep going. You're almost there.
Just follow that along, AOC.
Keep going.
Like, and on the day, Trump said peacefully, we're going to peacefully go over there. We're going to march over there, and
they were already there. That's the thing. They were already there.
That's the whole timeline falls apart.
Oh, but he was saying shit on Twitter, and he knew that they were going to go there beforehand. It doesn't matter that he was giving a speech.
And he said Pence betrayed him. That's basically signing his death warrant. Like, what the fuck? Like, give me a break.
Yeah, well, allegedly there were people out there front saying, hang Mike Pence, whatever.
Let's be clear. The January 6th insurrection is a fed op.
Yep.
That was intended to make sure that there was never going to be any chance of a contested convention, a contested vote.
Pretty much.
Because that's the process, people. Let me be clear. There is a process for when there is an issue with the Electoral College or nobody gets a majority. And that process is a contested election held by the state delegations in the House. I'm pretty sure it's the 13th Amendment.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not the 12th. I'm pretty sure it's the 13th. It might be the 12th.
It's not democratic, and it's not meant to be.
Exactly.
Stop.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm right. It is the 12th.
Yeah, stop calling the United States a democracy. It's not a direct democracy. It's not really any form of a democracy.
Yeah.
There are you get to vote.
Americans elect their president the same way Australians elect their prime minister. We don't.
It is a constitutional republic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you get to cast a vote. You get to vote. That's the extent of democracy.
Yep. 12th Amendment lays that shit out clear. If there's an issue with the Electoral College or there's something hinky, there's a process to resolve it, and it's called a contingent election.
Yeah. And if us bumfucks here over there on the other side of the world can read and understand this, surely you guys should be able to as well.
Yeah. And honestly,
we understand
that's how it should have happened. How it should have happened was, look, there's something hinky with like the Georgia delegation. There's something.
Yeah, but you have to acknowledge
the Arizona delegation. So there's some stuff in progress. We're not actually ever going to find out directly.
3 years later, they're finally admitting weird shit happened.
3 years later, we're going to find this shit out. So what we'll do is we'll set aside these electors. No one will have enough votes to win outright. So we will go to a contingent election. This is
I'm not sure if you guys had watched the vote counts on 2020, but I was up, drinking until like 3 a.m. and I'm watching these fucking counts, and I've never seen anything like this in my life. Like fucking like a straight vertical line of 20.
What the meme was all about.
Votes. I'm like, and they're like, oh, that's normal. Right after everything went blackout, that's totally fine. I'm like, what? No, that's not.
No, don't question it. Don't question it. There, everyone can vote by mail.
Let's just be clear. Tam
every
is
single not
person
saying
that
in Minecraft voted for Joe Biden.
Yeah,
by mail. I don't know. How do you do this? I'm not very versed in making sure YouTube doesn't murder us. I'm lying. I'm joking. I'm also like Alex Jones. They didn't totally steal it.
We're all playing a persona here. We don't believe what we're saying, so don't take it seriously.
I'm a space alien. Don't
setting aside the electors is an attack on our democracy. You're not allowed to do it, even though
it's not an attack on your democracy, because number one, you don't have a democracy.
Exactly.
And number two, that's the fucking process.
Yep.
America had contingent elections all the fucking time.
If you don't like it, amend it out of the Constitution.
Hilarious.
Like every other major issue, raise.
Just be thankful the 12th Amendment exists, people. Otherwise, it'd be Vice President Trump.
But yeah, learn to amend your problems away.
Let's watch this.
Ребята, where's the Hollywood explosion?
Right there. Hey!
There we go.
All right, boys.
Пипец! Это пипец!
It's a big explosion.
Oh, they're censoring. Okay. I
God
thought that was my headphones.
No.
We got to watch that Russia ad. Did you see that term?
What? Sorry.
The ad, the Russia ad. I think I might have left it in the Discord.
That's what you pasted. Like
No,
that was
no,
what
there's
you sent in
another
the
one.
private chat.
I'm pretty sure I sent another one. There it is. Yeah, no, it's in general in the pre-stream.
Okay, one sec.
It's funny as hell. It's like all based Western men move to Russia. It's like it's fucking funny.
Oh, that's a video. I don't think I can share it. Hang on.
I can't do it.
No, I need it in bloody. Hang on. I'll copy link to. Copy link.
It's convincing. I'm like, as long as they said like, bring your guns, I'd be like, well, I'm going to Russia, boys. See you later. I'm fucking out.
Go. Is that good? No, it's going to download it.
It's like
I can't play it in a browser. If I can't play it in Edge, I can't share it.
Oh, Edge. God, what are you doing? You run an Edge?
Edge actually, the sharing works.
Oh God!
So I can share the tab audio. Otherwise, it's good. Like it's just an echo fest.
Wait, let's do it. Can we do it like a
Hang on. No. I can share it. I've just downloaded it. So let me just.
I could share screen. It's dangerous. But I could.
No, it's fine.
God knows what I'm doing.
I got it.
This is Russia. Delicious cuisine. Beautiful women. Cheap gas. Rich history. World-famous literature. Unique architecture. Fertile soil. Cheap electricity and water. Ballet. Cheap taxi and delivery. Traditional values. Christianity. No cancel culture. Hospitality. Vodka. Economy that can withstand thousands of sanctions. Time to move to Russia. Don't delay. Winter is coming.
Let's just go.
Boys, I'm
Copyright
out.
infringement.
I'm going. They sold me on it. See ya.
Done. Deal.
Is that not the most like, please, right-wing men come to Russia?
Base trad wives and cheap Uber delivery. Hell yeah.
Like, I fucking love that, honestly. I fucking love it. It's great. Just tell me I can have guns. Just tell me that, and I'll be there. And like,
I don't think you
that
can.
should usually be enough for us. I doubt that you can. They wouldn't want you overthrowing the government.
All they need to do is bring guns.
This was interesting. This was the guy who tried to assassinate Kavanaugh.
Yep.
You'll be shocked to find out that this so trans and goes by the name Sophie.
I am shocked.
Shocked.
It rhymes with shocked.
In reviewing those Discord communications, well,
oh shit!
FBI.
He's a mod.
This
this all adds up now. Yes, of course he's a fucking Discord mod.
Can you imagine how many are
fucking mods?
So many logs. Like there's so many.
Every mod has a fucking badge and a gun. I swear.
Rosk, I'm going to stop Roe v. Wade from being overturned. Person one, cough, cough, fed. What are you trying to do, Rosk? Remove some people from the Supreme Court. You gonna run?
What?
I don't know.
Must have been a typo.
Rosk, after you mean. Oh, haha, good one.
Oh,
judges ain't going to do nothing. The whole government is fucked. There's no fixing that. You would die before you kill them all. Rosk. Yeah, but I could get at least one, which would change the votes for decades to come. And I'm shooting for 3.
Feds. Where is Elb? We can ask her about all this Fed shit.
I thought Elb was at Matsuri.
Elb's at Matsuri.
Yeah, who cares? Well, is this the same guy?
This is him, apparently.
American Nick.
Goddamn soy, man.
420 friendly.
They're so sad. I'd feel bad if they weren't detestable.
Looking for some friends.
Hi, my name is Sophie.
It says American Nick though, right there. On
Yeah,
top
the handle. I don't know why it does that shit.
Reddit account.
Target Reddit.
Username American Nick.
And user ID TH1.
Fucking Reddit. Oh.
Steve.
Fucking Reddit.
That's funny.
I was say his so his user ID is Steve,
His
but
user
he,
ID is
on
American
his on his screen name on Reddit would be American Nick.
His user ID is
yeah.
Fucking Reddit.
So yeah, that was funny too.
Cancerous Reddit is terrible place.
I don't know about you, but I'm very much hoping she does go to Taiwan.
So
you know what'll be hilarious if it does happen, and they shoot down the plane, and there'll be right leaning people in the US who are like, oh, good on them.
Yeah, and see the Republicans are supporting China.
Yeah, and
Don't
then
care.
there'll be one or two people who are like, oh, look, yeah, she deserved it, like whatever. And
No, there'll be
that'll
lots.
be the narrative.
They'll
They'll be like, the right is pro-China.
The right was in bed with China to do this the whole time. They planned it. They tried to assassinate Pelosi in Minecraft, Susan.
Yeah.
Shame about her tits, though.
So this was he's an unofficial mouthpiece. He said if a US fighter jet escort a Pelosi plane into Taiwan, I'm so getting cancelled. It is invasion. The PRA has the right to forcibly dispel Pelosi's plane, and the US fighter jets, including firing warning shots and making tactical maneuverment of obstruction. If ineffective, then shoot them down.
Yeah, they're not doing any of that, but it's funny.
I hope they do.
They're not doing any of that. They're not going to shoot down like more important people than Nancy Pelosi have gone to Taiwan. They're not going to.
Yeah, look, they're not. You're right. They're not going to do this. But I mean,
these are the reasons.
The balls, the fucking balls.
Trump would fly in on his gold fucking leafed plane. Like,
Trump would go there himself.
Like, you know what? That's fine. You think you're going to shoot down one of our planes?
Circle maneuver, make a dick in the sky, and then fly.
You know what, China? The tariffs just got 10% bigger.
Trump would drop.
I'm going to fly to Taiwan and have a meeting with President, whatever her name is.
If they try to shoot me down, I'm going to fucking press the button before I get shot down. Like, that's exactly what Trump would do. Like,
Trump would put Tom Cruise in a fighter jet and have him fly alongside him on the trip and have him pull the fucking trigger. And he'd have a squadron of bald eagles flying behind them just to show.
But
just
China's got their own problems.
Yeah.
China's got their own problems right now. For some reason, those are
tanks going into Fujian.
They look kind of like BMPs.
They said they were amphibious. They're not.
They are amphibious, but
definitely you are not making it across the.
You are not crossing the Taiwan Strait in amphibious like BMPs.
Just probably
they aren't that waterproof. Like they aren't that watertight.
Try actually at this point. Like,
hey, we're all looking tough. We're all going to be moving out to the Fujian province.
Yeah.
Taiwan or China would take such losses.
Where is the Fujian province?
Fujian province is in southern China.
Because I think that's more a matter of.
It's by Taiwan, basically.
Is it by Taiwan?
Yeah. I think so. Am I thinking of a different?
It is by Taiwan.
Yeah, Fujian. Yeah.
I was wrong. I thought it was Guanlong or whatever, but no.
Alternately named Fujian or Hokkien. So people might know those names. Yeah.
Who?
Hokkien is another name for Fujian. So depending on how old you are, those names may be different.
Are there Han Chinese watching the stream?
So the Taiwan Strait is 180 kilometers wide.
Yeah, good luck driving through those in BMPs. Yes.
Yeah, it would be like Russia's. They don't give a fuck, and they're taking their slow ass time. China has a uncombat ready army of basically soy that's going to go and try and amphibious assault another country.
Strength by numbers.
It'll be even that. It's going to be a fucking massacre. It's going to be bad. Like, and I think it'll be hilarious. Honestly, I don't really care. I'd prefer we had a little bit more chip manufacturing in America, but you guys are fucked. Do you guys have any microchip factories in Australia?
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, you guys are fucked. Sorry. Well, it's okay. Mad Max would be much more fun. Actually, I might come over there for the end of the world because I love that shit.
So the speed of the BMP in water is 10 kilometers an hour. You are
Oh, you're going to go sit 18 hours in a BMP to cross the
You're
strait.
going to sit 18 hours in a BMP crossing the Taiwan Strait. It's not a very good flex there, China.
God, I'd love that. Do you guys? Anybody ever play? I'm sure probably somebody did. You ever play Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
You remember?
He was a giant weeb. Of course, he played fucking.
At this point, who the fuck hasn't played Final Fantasy VII? I don't care if you haven't played any of the others, but I mean, 7.
I've
Like,
never played a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, fair enough. If you're a millennial and you haven't,
I'm
played
an
Final
old
Fantasy
man.
VII,
I'm not a millennial.
I was gonna say you're a Gen X.
Gen X,
You're respectfully excluded from.
But you're both old.
But I'm.
Yeah, but I'm older.
Yeah, I'm 37. I'm solidly millennial. Like,
I got 10 years on you, my friend.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You sound younger though.
I'm an 84 child, so
I look younger too. I've got a baby face.
Nice.
Yeah, so do I.
Well,
that's running.
Anyway.
What's this weeb shit you've sent me, Tim?
Sorry, that was not meant to go in the restream chat. Whatever. But apparently people are being creeps at Matsuri, so it's topical because that's happening right now.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to see me at Anime Matsuri Convention
Apparently
today.
they scared off a
Unfortunately,
cosplayer at Matsuri. Sorry, this wasn't meant to go into restream, but now.
I want to be at my booth tomorrow due to some harassment that happened today that really shocked and spooked me. I'm terribly sorry about this. For those people secretly recording me and bringing a random
random panties? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I think she's.
Some cosplayer. I'm assuming it's not her first language, but
and bringing a random panties around saying you stole it from me. I hope you realize I didn't appreciate it. That's some creepy shit.
Yeah.
Retarded. Like,
no simp. Don't simp in person. Good God, that's creepy as fuck.
No, like there's creepy shit being done at conventions.
Someone stole.
That was not meant to go on the stream.
Don't pretend to be stealing panties.
No, especially not of a fucking convention guest. God damn it!
I'm really disappointed.
I get that you're at Anime Matsuri, and I get that convention is known for creepy shit. But don't do that fucking shit. Come on.
There's like 7 people there. Like it's really weird. Like
I know
thought
that's because it's been boycotted by a lot of the talent that used to go. I know Vic and FNT and Nick and everybody are there, but Matsuri does not have a good reputation.
Anyway, the guns of Junyan. You know what I'm talking about? Tim knows. You know what I'm talking about.
The guns of what?
Junyan. You know
the Junon cannons, yes, in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah.
That should be what I want. I want Taiwan to build some fucking fuck off.
Oh fuck yeah! Just giant artillery built into the fucking sides of the.
They should do that.
Of the cliffs.
No, you know what? America just needs to sell them some HIMARS systems.
Yep.
And then anything just put them up.
Did I link that?
Like from anywhere in Taiwan, you'll be able to hit the Taiwan Strait, and there'll be no scoot, and
did
there's
you
no
see
response.
what they did and what the Ukrainians did yesterday or the day before?
What?
So they took those HIMARS and they bombed the prison barracks of the people from Azovstal that surrendered in the middle of the night. They killed
from Mariupol.
They killed like all of them, and then they were like, no, it was Wagner. They did that. Like, why would that? Doesn't make any fucking sense. They have all the bits and pieces. I was watching as they're still smoking. They're like getting parts in the corpses, and like, oh, here's parts from the thing, and they're all American HIMARS systems that Russia doesn't have. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. But they did. It's very odd.
I'm guessing you saw this on RT or Telegram.
No, Telegram. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
RT doesn't actually have anything.
Anyway, speaking of treason.
Yep.
Another 20 million?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys are going to run out.
Hey, is there anything left?
Well, you've already sold 125 million barrels from the reserve, with nearly 70 million barrels already delivered.
China.
So, administration said in late March it would release a record 1 million barrels per day for 6 months. So,
to who?
To oil producers in America. So
it's such a drop in the bucket. It doesn't make any sense to do this. It's so stupid. It's extra stupid because the leftists don't even know what the hell's happening. So this gesture makes no sense. It just
So this is the lowest level since June 1985. Because the whole point of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve is if America fights a war and the world decides to cut them off from oil, then the military needs to be able to still supply, like this, the military needs oil to fight. So that's what it's for. That's why it's strategic.
Here's
just dumping it because you're going to lose in the midterms.
Yeah, they don't care about America.
Is not good strategy.
Here's my extra pissiness about this. My problems with American foreign policy are generally, why are we not focusing on our own sphere? Like, why are you not influencing South America to be friendly? Instead, they're just doing whatever they can to ruin countries in South America. Like, so you say, oh, we're not getting oil, so that means Saudi Arabia, Russia, Venezuela are not giving us oil. We have enough to provide for ourselves, and if we had allyship with the South of America, we would have no problem. There would be no issue. Nobody could stop us from doing anything.
You're not allowed to look after your own people anymore. You're not allowed to. That's greed. That's capitalism. That's isolationism.
I love isolation. Give me my fucking national sphere, and I want the Americas to be the single pack. Fuck Europe.
Yeah. People complain about America going around the world and trying to, enforce freedom and democracy. But then as soon as they stop trying to do that, it's like, no, America, you have to get back out here and start giving people oil and you have to come help everybody. It's like, make up your fucking mind. But at some point, America needs to do what it did in the 20s or 30s or whatever. Just cut the world off. Shut the borders. No more immigration for 40 years.
It's all dumb because we're not gaining anything from it other than it's all like spider webs on personal gains, and like we're only doing these things because some people are making money. Like it's not because it's better for the country. It's absolutely not. Like it's just it's shit.
I'm saying this as someone whose country relies on the U.S. for national defense.
Well,
at some point, America has to just cut the world off. And
I have no problem supporting
after itself.
Western speaking in Western countries, similar countries. I don't care. Like, fuck with Australia. Fuck with Japan. We kind of took.
Realistically, if you guys don't help Australia, you're going to lose our national resources because China's going to take them.
Exactly. China's just going to.
Yeah, you don't have to care about us, but we know you care about our uranium and our coal.
I just think I hate that shit. Like, let's focus on spheres. Like they're doing so much work in Europe, where it's like, well, how come we're paying so much in the NATO budget? Like, it's Europe have no money. Actually, if they
have their money, but they're spending it on all of the cool social democrat policies,
weird.
Free everything.
If they have to protect themselves, well, shockingly, the free healthcare and free whatever just kind of doesn't work because we have to buy other things that protect us.
No, they'll just print more money. So, America has a massive national debt, but then there's many countries around the world that are even worse.
Yeah,
I think the only reason that America has this at this point, other than fuck off, we have so much military that doesn't matter. The other reason is even if we defaulted. It's basically a country that can self-sustain itself. Sorry guys, and at this point, China owns 70% of the debt or something. I can't remember the figure anymore. So it's like, and that's the other thing. Okay, China's going to shoot down Pelosi's fucking plane. Like your entire economy relies 90% on America. Everything, all the dumb shit Americans buy, keep you in power. You're not shooting down nothing. You're not taking Taiwan. You're not doing anything.
No.
You're just not. Because if you do, then we'll cut you off, or we will have to cut each other off, and then your economy collapse, and then you'll have revolution. Not going to happen. Bluster and fucking jive and shuck all you want, but it's just not going to happen.
It's all right. National debt's only $30 trillion. It's all good.
Well, that's not that bad. It's not a recession.
We did an exercise where we looked up for every 350 million people, and it was stupid. It was like, y'all owe 10 million or something. I can't remember what it was. But I can't do math right now. So.
Per taxpayer, it's $242,000.
That's only a house,
per citizen, it's 91,000.
Oh, that's fair.
How the fuck does that work?
Because not all citizens are taxpayers.
Yeah, and they vote, which is weird.
I must have been reading that page wrong. My bad.
Yeah, look, debt per citizen, 91,847.
But debt per
taxpayer.
Debt per citizen.
Oh, because obviously green card
200
holder, yeah, permanent residents
Obviously.
and people pay still pay taxes. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
250,000 or 243 per taxpayer.
You know, there's fewer taxpayers than there are citizens. That's
Yeah.
always the case.
Like,
Because
you know,
because children are a thing.
It's only the cost of one, heart operation.
Yeah.
But
in the US.
So I had an operation
in the US.
I paid $17,000 per bag of saline.
Damn.
It's literally a bag of salt. I'm looking through the fucking bill. I'm like, are you kidding?
That's insane.
Did you? I'm going to guess you had to pay that yourself.
No, this is how like the stupid ass insurance game works. It's like they're like,
it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, this is how much this is. It's like if I were like in a car accident, like, oh, actually my car is $100,000 car, and the insurance company like, what the fuck? You
$15 for a fucking aspirin.
Yeah. No, it's more.
Your insurance covered it, but the bill was so fucking massive, and that's why your premiums are so high.
No, I didn't have. I didn't have insurance. I had this because I was like underage at the time
or
whatever. So I had some sort of like government benefit, which is nice. I mean, I don't blame it, but at the same time, having that is kind of what causes these things to cost so much. So how do you?
Without going into too much, that's kind of how our insurance prices go up and are boiling over in Australia too. Because the providers just charge so much, and that drives everything else up.
It's amazing how no one sees these things happening.
They see it, but they just can't do anything to stop it because can't bring the doctors and providers in, can't bring them to heal.
Our problem is we don't. So we've obviously got universal healthcare, called Medicare.
Yep.
Which covers all permanent Australians and permanent residents.
Yep.
And it's the intention is it's free at the point of use. But a lot of times it's not now because the standard payment that Medicare pays for, say, a GP consultation hasn't changed.
That's right.
Or hasn't changed enough.
Yeah.
Hasn't kept pace with inflation.
No,
so of course doctors have to charge more.
That's right. And unless you go to a bulk billing doctor, which is for Americans, that's a doctor who charges exactly what the government
what Medicare charges
pay. So so now you can go to GPs, general practitioners, family doctors, as you might call them. You can go to some doctors like that where you will have no out of pocket because they only charge you what the government will cover you for. But as Therm was saying, a lot of doctors nowadays, they charge over the benefit, so you're going to have massive out of pockets.
So you'll pay the difference you'll pay the whole amount.
Yeah.
And Medicare will actually will give you the payment instead.
Yeah, they'll give you a little bit back.
Our doctor bulk billed for like since I've lived up here. Our doctor billed for like bulk bill for ages, and I make good money.
Yeah,
and it was great to be able to go to the doctors and not pay. Now, depending on the day of the week, the most like we will pay $90 to see the doctor, and I'll get $50 back.
I can find bulk billing GPs. It's specialists that kill me.
Specialists have almost never. Bulk bill.
That's right. That's
pretty rare.
That's where the big gap is for me because I'm getting $30 back on a $300 consultation.
Yeah. So my missus has seen some neurologists, and the neurologist is like $400.
Yep.
$440, and I'll get $180 back.
Oh, geez.
So
I wish I got
that's
that
fun.
much back. Yeah, but it's and I can't say much because I work in the industry. That's the problem. I'm bound. There's a lot that I'm not allowed to talk about because it could cost me my job.
Yeah,
not trying to shit talk anything. It's just I don't want to say anything bad that might cost me my job. But our system is publicly it is well accepted that it is becoming very bloated. That's about the extent of what I can say.
Yeah, and look, to my mind, we should never have like John Howard, but the Liberals have always had a fucking hard on for Medicare. They hate the idea. They would rather they want it to die. And unfortunately for them, Most Australians like Medicare. If
Well,
you threaten Medicare,
Want Medicare to die in Australia? That's confusing.
We never used. Well, it's only been a thing since the
our
70s.
quote unquote conservative government wants us to die.
Yeah.
But that's because they hate anything that doesn't make them money.
It's going to be really fun when like the rest of the world has to pay like for all the drug trials and all the fucking beta testing that Americans foot the bill for. This is going to be really great.
Yeah, that's the thing about America is a lot of that. You guys do all the research. You guys do all the big drug trials.
And yet the like spending per patient in the US is only double the rest of the world. So
yeah, only double, no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, so it could be halved there and increase in a little bit in most other countries, and it would balance out.
It would. That'd be fine. Well, look, they're all fucking. Everyone.
It's bullshit, man. The problem is
trying to fix anybody.
When you have private insurance, because the let's be clear, the job of insurance is to not pay, is to find as much way as possible to not pay.
Sure.
Whereas if you have a universal covered system where there is a single payer, it is not their job to not pay. It is their job to negotiate the best rate on an open market to get the best rate of service.
What I will say
that is like fundamentally capitalism doesn't work in an environment where you don't have a choice.
Yeah. What I will say is that working in health insurance, this is the industry that I work in. Like it's not as unregulated as the US. It's actually very highly regulated.
Yeah.
As an example, Tim, we can't refuse you coverage because you say you smoke.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to do those kinds of things in Australia.
There's no,
and we're not allowed to arbitrarily
as well.
And we're not allowed to like arbitrarily reject your claims. If you went to the doctor and it's covered under your policy, you're not in a waiting period. Yeah, okay, we'll pay it. But there's the other big bloat is that a lot of the medical fees, say your surgery fees that you have in hospital, a lot of that is also covered by the government, even though you're a private patient.
Yeah.
Your private insurance mostly covers your hospital charges, your accommodation, your room, all that kind of thing. Your surgeon's fees, anesthetist fees, if you go into hospital, they're also highly subsidized and paid for by the government.
Medicare will cover you about 80%. And
the other 20% or so comes from your private insurer.
Yep.
And even then,
you don't have a private insurer and Medicare covers 80% and you just pay out of pocket.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Or, the government or your provider charges, and even then you can still get out of pockets. Although I think most
if you get the right plan,
I think most surgeries in Australia they tend to not have many out of pockets, but it is absolutely possible, especially with pregnancy. Holy fucking shit. But pregnancy is notorious for throwing out of pocket charges upon parents that cannot be claimed through the public system. So we have a good system. I'm not trying to shit on it. It has problems though, but it is bloated. So that's all I can really say.
Here, everything's shit.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Yeah.
I sent a terrible Twitter link that should be. It's fuck. Oh God.
Did you just scroll down and see the?
I gotta fucking go.
Trump blasting Davos.
I gotta get a drink. And where's my beer bucket? Beer bucket. It's not here.
Klaus has gone. Oh my God! What the fuck did he say?
All right. It's one of those. When Trump's standing next to someone, he's always the best person. Like, this guy's fantastic. He's amazing. He's the best person ever. Like, I love him. He's my biggest friend.
This is like the other tweet I shared the other day where he's saying, "Oh, I just did the opposite. I did the opposite of whatever
Fauci says."
Yeah, I just did the opposite of whatever Fauci told me, and I came out pretty good.
I survived. It's great.
Talking himself up.
He does not fucking get it. I wish to God I could get like
there was this story
like an hour like advice.
Jon Stewart is big mad.
and I would fucking lay into his ass about everything.
Yeah, Jon Stewart is big
What
mad.
exactly are you fucking doing? Dr. Oz, are you paying attention to anything? Is this a grift to you, sir? Is this a fucking grift to you?
I don't get the logic.
Dr. Oz is a nice guy. He's always been nice to me.
I don't even get the Trump logic behind Mehmet Oz. I don't understand why you bother.
Someone who he thinks can win in Pennsylvania.
He's Mehmet Oz stands for everything that Trump doesn't. He's supported so many things that Trump theoretically is opposed to.
But you see, Tim, what you don't understand is I got big brain thinking, and my big brain says Oz kisses my ass. So that's fine.
I know, Mr. President. It's a big ass, but
he's going to be amazing. He's going to be fantastic senator when he doesn't win.
This is a very concerning video. I'm so concerned about this.
So yeah, the
look at the way
GOP was big mad about losing the.
This is this posture of a man who's making sure another man does exactly what the fuck he says he's going to do.
Are you talking Trump or Jon Stewart?
No, Klaus Schwab.
Where are you looking? Oh, you're still in the Discord.
Tim's like stuck.
Yeah, no, I can't get over.
You're in the
stuck in a
Discord.
loop.
Yeah, I'm not going to get over.
He's in the temporal.
Yeah, look, we did it all. Yeah, fist bump.
4 hours.
Whatever.
This is unacceptable.
And of course, Ted Cruz came back and explained that. Actually,
the bill is full of
about some sort of weird accounting finagling, and like I said at the time, if you're explaining, you're losing.
If you're explaining, you're losing. And then Jon Stewart clapped back to the clapback, saying, "No, Cruz, you're full of shit. The bills actually didn't change." And then, Jon Stewart, to be fair, Jon Stewart has been an outstanding advocate for veterans' healthcare.
Yeah, and 9/11 responders, like first responders.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually thought this was a bill for first responders, but it's
not. Apparently this is for veterans' medical treatment.
That's what I don't understand about this bill. If they're veterans, why aren't they covered by the VA anyway?
I think it was I don't know. I didn't really read into it.
Well, either way, I think you said at the time it was revenge. It's revenge for
one of
the inflation fighting bill.
Yeah.
That doesn't fight. That does nothing but increase inflation.
Yeah. Stewart initially uploaded a clip addressing inaccuracy to a response Cruz gave on why they blocked the PACT Act. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck it. Cruz is one of the blah, blah, blah. Cruz said that while he supports the PACT Act, the dispute is over Democrats playing a budgetary trick by taking $400 billion in discretionary spending and shifting it to mandatory spending. Stewart replied by pointing out it's no trick. And then he goes, "Oh, Jon Stewart, late show nonsense. Oh, dearest Theodore." His name's Raphael, by the way. "I do appreciate you and Jesse Waters trying to rally the forces of misinformation to try and kill more vets, but not tonight, sweetie. I'll go slow because I know you only went to Princeton and Harvard." And then he was, just talking shit to Ted Cruz and Jesse Waters. And just, everything in the government is either mandatory or discretionary spending, depending on which bucket they feel like putting it in. The whole place is basically a fucking shell game. He's not wrong. And he's pretending that this is some new thing that the Democrats pulled out, stuck into the bill, and snuck past one Ted Cruz. Now, I'm not a big City Harvard educated lawyer, but I can read. It's always been mandatory spending. So, as far as I can tell, Jon Stewart is actually right about this. Cruz is potentially talking out his ass again about this.
Never happened before.
No, it's not like it's never ever happened before. To me, it doesn't look like there was any budgetary tricks being played here. So it was all mandatory spending. And then the it's the new right Republicans. It's Trump and Hawley and Kennedy, I believe, and a couple of others. They're openly blocking it to spite the Democrats. And that's an admirable goal, but why would you do it to this bill?
Yeah.
Most of the money is mandatory spending for veteran healthcare. This is not the fucking hill to die on.
Look at this man. Fuck, I can't. I'm sorry.
Cruz or Schwab or both? Both. Why not both? Yeah. No, fuck them both. I actually can't stand Ted Cruz.
Oh, yeah. Put down the steak, Tam. Put down the steak because it's
too much.
It's making your pee a problem. Apparently, protein adds excess nitrogen to your piss. When you take a piss, you're killing a plant, I guess.
I found a stupid thing to like focus on, and I can't get over it.
Nobody gives a shit about Klaus Schwab.
Nope, I don't believe Camelot is 5'11". I don't believe it. To fucking burn my life down, this man is 5'8".
Just find a picture of him standing next to Nick.
I'm watching him.
We know how tall Nick is.
He has fucking platform shoes, and this triggered me so hard. This man is not 5'11". He's ripped, sure. He's like 5'8". And I
was going to say that Camelot is so ripped that he doesn't look like he can be that tall and ripped. That takes a lot of fucking work.
How fucking tall is he?
I don't know. I'm taller than both of them, so I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna sue CNN. I don't know what for. It's not gonna work. But I'm gonna sue them.
Yeah, I did. I only glanced at this headline.
He's notified CNN of his intention to file a lawsuit against the network for repeated defamatory statements.
Good luck. Sorry, Mr. President. You are a
suing him in
figure.
Florida.
Yeah,
which makes sense because he's a resident.
It does.
Full and fair correction, apology, or retraction.
In published pieces or broadcasts that allegedly made false statements about the former president. A notice warned that failure to issue an apology. Okay. Warned that he will be suing other. Okay, disclaimer: YouTube. We're quoting a CNN article or Daily Caller article. I have notified CNN of my intent to file a lawsuit. Oh,
you got to do it in voice. I notified
CNN of my intent to file a lawsuit over their repeated defamatory statements against me. I will also be commencing actions against other media outlets, the worst outlets, who have defamed me and defrauded the public regarding the overwhelming evidence of fraud throughout the 2020 election. It was the best election, the greatest election. We won. We won. I will never stop fighting for the truth and the future of our country. It's the best country. It's the greatest country you've ever seen. I've lived here my entire life. My family has lived here for almost all their entire life. It's the greatest country you've ever seen. The notice accused CNN of allowing claims that Trump was illegitimately elected in the 2016 presidential election to go unchallenged. It then raised accusations that CNN fed a narrative that repeatedly defamed Trump's character before and after the 2020 election. The document stated that CNN inaccurately branded Trump as a liar and likened him to Adolf Hitler and communist leaders. Pause there. Why the fuck are you calling Trump a fascist, a communist? That's what you guys believe. How the fuck can you equate the two? Continuing, by labeling his election fraud claims as the big lie, the network has coined the term big lie in relation to Trump more than 7,700 times since January 2021. In this instant, President Trump's comments on quote, in this instance, President Trump's comments are not lies. He subjectively believes that the results of the 2020 presidential election turned on fraudulent voting activities in several key states. End quote, the document said. Okay.
That's going nowhere.
I could keep going, but Trump's not going anywhere with this shit.
No.
You are the president of the United States. Like, it doesn't even need to be said that you're a public figure. And CNN is going to just claim that they're expressing an opinion.
Yep.
We've seen how this works.
I swear to God, like Flashcast is on today.
It is, yeah, they're streaming right now, but it's only Flash and Eagle and someone.
We've got as many.
Yeah, there's it. Flash only has 2 hosts today because everyone else is at Matsuri
and asleep. Flash is at Matsuri.
Yeah, no, they're all. I think. I'm guessing.
Oh
Flash
no, Flash turned around and went home.
Yeah,
Flash could only be there a day.
Yeah, he's gone home. By the looks of it. Yeah, so, whatever. Yeah, the UK. Oh my God.
Did everyone see this?
Yes. Yeah, I saw this. I think I posted it in the Discord.
So I've got to unshare it and then reshare it with audio. Where is it? There it is.
See, Turd Ferguson says he's 5'10". I know.
I believe not doing anything to stand up to Vladimir Putin is immense. If he succeeds in Ukraine, he's not going to stop there. He's going to challenge the freedom and democracy.
That sound you hear was the fucking host collapsing in the middle of the fucking debate.
The moderator of the debate collapsed.
The moderator just pulled a catnip Dave and just fell over.
And that tells you everything you need to know about Liz Truss and why she shouldn't be fucking prime minister.
It was coming on.
Or the
she's not someone who would spring into action.
The presenter.
She's not someone who would spring into action. She's oh my god, no, bitch! You want to be prime minister of the country? Act like a leader. Get over there and see if she's fine. Like it doesn't matter who it is. Like, there was. I saw this on Lotus Eaters. I think they were talking about it. Where there was the clip of Obama. Obama was giving a speech, and someone fell down around him, and he goes over there and gets in there to help. Like he at least gave the appearance of a strong leader. You see Liz Truss's reaction. Oh my god! Freaking out as if people are fucking dying around her.
Is there another video of like showing like the person like?
No, I looked for it and there's no reverse angle
because pots and pans falling over or something. Like
it sounded like
she falls down on the desk and then the desk like off the desk.
She's not. Yeah. She's like not looking. She's like kind of like it's. I don't. It's weird. It's a weird fucking thing. Yeah. I actually.
Oh, I'm sure she'd recently had an injection of something. I don't know what.
I heard that was from like when I saw that, and I didn't. First thing was I heard like someone passed out, and then I saw another headline where it was like, oh, there was a rumble or earthquake outside of the show, and like that's why she did that. And it's
not you don't collapse and faint from.
If I haven't seen anybody collapse and faint, I don't.
I know. I'm only going by the Twitter thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
they collapsed. I mean, I don't know if she fainted, but I'm guessing she fainted. I'm assuming.
Was she in a debate with another random woman?
Yeah,
no, it's Rishi Sunak was the other candidate.
Yeah, the two conservative candidates for Prime Minister of the UK were having a debate, and the moderator collapsed.
Turns out I'm correct. Camelot is 5'9".
Yeah, I believe that. I would. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look,
I'm taller than everyone at that panel, so I don't
care how tall the man is, but I care when people lie about how tall they are.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm 6'3" on a good day, so I'm.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I'm 5'11".
I used to be 6'3".
Yeah. I'll shrink down
now. As I get older, my spine settles.
Yeah.
Now
I think I'm about 6'2" now. I was 193 centimeters. So
shame how that worked out. I used to be so big, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now I'm just a normal person now. That's unfortunate.
So yes, Pauline Hanson, everyone's favorite redhead.
You know who Pauline Hanson is, Tim?
No idea.
Oh,
this is Pauline Hanson.
There she is. Wow. She's the preliminary far right figure in Australia.
She's the right wing boogeyman, boogie woman.
You guys would just call her a Southern Republican, to be honest.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
Where
for us, she's the evil alt right.
So rather than participate in the was it the welcome to? Was it actually just the welcome?
Yeah, it's like Ernie Dingo's welcome to country nonsense.
Is that what that is? That whole thing like with the song.
Welcome to country is an acknowledgement that you do at the start of a thing. So when you start an event, you're like, I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land we gather on today and pay my respects to the elders past and present.
She walked out.
When you take your land, you just take it.
It's the 47th session of Parliament. 47th session of Congress is the equivalent for America. So for the first time since our national election, Parliament is gathering. The government is having their first meetings and gatherings. And as Thermo said, we have this formal acknowledgement of country and a ceremony. But basically, the indigenous people get together and make people like me feel like a guest in my own country.
Yeah, so the Nungalawala and the Ngambari people, who are the traditional custodians of the area where Canberra is.
Mm-hmm.
They get their respects paid to them.
Yeah,
well, it's interesting.
We have the whole. Do you know about the First Nation stuff in Canada, Tim?
Oh yeah,
yeah, we have the same thing here.
Do any of you guys have a didgeridoo?
I do. I've played it on stream.
When?
Yeah. I think a couple of weeks ago you did, actually. You might have been drunk. You might have been completely plastered.
Oh, was I here?
I think you would have been. You might have been completely smashed.
Yeah, it happens. I'm very sad I missed that because I fucking love.
I'm sure we can bring up the archives.
I actually used to practice.
Hang on,
like,
I have to stand up.
There we go. You're getting an
not breathing.
I need
to-
to,
or
I need to get
the
a
con-
room or like away from the mic to be able to point at the
No,
mic.
put
What
it
are you
point
doing
blank.
right now?
Point blank.
I'm
Point
doing it
blank.
right now. I'm doing it right now. Can you
gonna turn
hear
it
me? I'm
up.
actually talking down the
Wait, no, I
didgeridoo.
need your volumes. Oh God, that's so good.
Ugh.
I gotta buy one now. I gotta buy one. We gotta do a didgeridoo because you know how long I've been practicing, like doing the constant breathing, like the constant
Circular
breath?
breathing. That was not.
Yeah.
I cannot circular breathe.
I
It's very
can, but I'm
large lungs.
kind of shit at it, but I'm kind of okay at it, which is weird because I don't have a didgeridoo and I've never played one, but I've practiced doing that for reasons I can't explain.
Yeah.
I gotta buy a didgeridoo.
There was a German woman on the Australia subreddit asking if it was okay for her to play a didgeridoo.
I need to go.
And an Aboriginal man replied, "Yes, like in my culture, it's
you show tits."
Well, in Aboriginal culture, if a woman plays a didgeridoo, she can become infertile." But he said that's my culture, not yours. So by all means, go right ahead. Just show respect. Don't do it to make fun of us.
Yeah,
That's fine.
we're not completely crazy about cultural appropriation here.
Yeah, look,
thankfully.
the proper Aboriginals in Australia, the ones who are actually Aboriginal and not, the white people who glom onto the identity or the half castes, as we used to call them, who have a chip on their shoulder because they're white, because they look white, they're passing, and they've never had look, being Aboriginal in Australia is not like being black in America. There's no history of slavery. Like, oh, well, yeah, we stole your country. No, this wasn't a country. This was
but legally,
this is a
yes.
nation of tribes, and most of the tribes are nomadic. They had regular areas, I guess, they kind of stayed at. Look, even the narrative around native title in Australia is not an ownership thing. I mean, think if we refer to Aboriginals as the traditional custodians of the land, well, okay, a custodian doesn't own the land. They know where the keys are.
Yeah,
the custodian's the janitor.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But
So
I don't
they
see you
know
guys
all
out
about
there
the
doing
building?
anything about it.
They
I
know
don't,
all
I don't
about
see
the
you guys
building?
taking care of it. Where are you?
Yeah.
Literally, where are you? I don't know where the members of these. So I actually can't tell you the name of the First Nation that I apparently live in or live on
Yeah.
the land that once belonged to.
Mine
I don't
are
know the name of
extinct,
it.
so
Custodians in America are actually janitors, so
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Actually, particularly offensive.
The term custodian is a janitor. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for taking care of this for us. Now it's ours.
Yeah. Well, they don't own it
No.
because the
Can we bring up
Aboriginal
Robert's-
people
because that was
don't have a concept of land ownership.
No. But now we
So-
are legally required to acknowledge the fact that, hey, these people once lived here. And now we're considering, whether or not we are supposed to be giving these people a separate voice in Parliament and in government decisions, that we need to be consulting the Indigenous population. That's what hashtag vote no is trending on Twitter.
Let this be like a lesson to anyone conquering another
I'd want to
land.
see, I'm not against it out of hand. I'd want to see what kind of, what it is, what it actually entails. Because if it's just a consultative thing, where it's like, we've, I don't want them having royal, I don't want a council of elders having royal assent on bills.
Yeah,
I think if it's to do with land use, if it's specific to certain things, like land use, where and it affects certain areas that would cover native title, then okay, they should probably get a vote. They should probably get a say. Oh, hey, we don't like this.
Yeah,
and then okay, you don't like this, we'll take that under advisement.
Yeah.
So
Basically,
do you guys have,
you go 10.
Do you guys have like the equivalent of reservations in America?
No.
Okay,
No,
so
we never had the reservation system.
No, we
If
don't
you
give
guys
them.
were-
We don't give them their own essentially nation within a nation. We don't give them their own land where they have their own law enforcement and own laws. There are communities, there are remote communities where the remaining purebloods tend to live. They do exist, but they're not separate government areas.
And if you want to see racism, that's where you'll see racism.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because they're over policed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're treated like shit. The health coverage is shit, like horrible health coverage.
So here's the other thing I was going to say earlier. Like, to anybody or any nation that's considering conquering another nation, kill the men and marry the women, because otherwise you're going to have this problem.
Very much what happened.
But I think apparently not enough.
I might be wrong.
No, there was no genocide.
No, not genocide, but there were conflicts.
That's not.
Oh, there was some conflict.
Man, that's not technically genocide. That's
no. There was no genocide. We absolutely did not have a genocide. That's not even being questioned.
Yeah,
but this is basically Albo's putting together a referendum.
Shame about that.
An alteration to the Constitution that establishes an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice. I don't know anything further about this.
You guys have
if that's the question, I would say no, because that's too broad.
And I would say no personally on principle, because I'm sorry, I don't want to give any particular identity a separate voice. It's like, you are Australian. Yes, you are. You are. Obviously, you have your heritage.
I would want to see details. I
want to see more details.
Details.
Yeah.
But
basically,
that question, as it is posed, it's a no from me. And I think, and look, for Tim, the referendums, referendum are essentially, if you want to change the Constitution or add something to the Constitution, you need to have a referendum.
Sure.
In Australia. And basically what it is the government will pose a question to the people, and they'll have some draft legislation attached to it. And then the people, like, there'll be a special election.
How many states do you guys have? Like 5?
So
six
states and 2 territories.
Okay. Oh, territories are different?
Yeah, they only have 2 senators instead of, not 2 senators. They only have, they have 2 senators.
Yeah. 6 states, Northern Territory and Australian Capital Territory, but they all get to vote. It's not like
they all get to vote. Yeah.
It's not like Puerto Rico. Puerto Ricans don't vote for an American election.
Shame about AOC's grandmother.
Yeah, poor abuela.
But
you think she's got a big booty too?
No,
maybe
when she was younger.
Her abuela.
Maybe when she was younger. I don't want to think about it now.
No.
So how it works is essentially it's very similar to the ratifying a. Oh no, it's basically you need a double majority. So you need so the whole of Australia has to vote yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the left in America
in a majority. So you need 51% of Australians, and then you need 51% in 51% of the states. So at least half the states, more than half the states, have to majority agree.
I think it's 2/3.
Yeah, it's kind of,
and then a majority of Australians total have to agree for a referendum to pass.
It's similar to the way you would amend the US Constitution, but the bars are a bit lower.
2/3 for the Constitution.
Yeah, the bar's a bit lower.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know more.
This is direct democracy. This is how it used to be done.
Yeah,
that's really.
But the constitutional process is 2/3 of state legislatures have to approve. The people that have no involvement.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of
in a constitutional amendment over there, there's no involvement of the people. Over here, there's no involvement of the legislatures.
For the people who vote, though. So
no, over here, there's no involvement of the legislatures.
Update on this one too. Put this in restream chat. All right, my voice is dying. But apparently, we're not going to get details until after the referendum.
Yeah, well, then the answer's no.
Yeah, exactly. Because they tried to ask this question
Details
20 years ago.
will not be known before the referendum on the issue because doesn't want to repeat of the failed 1999 referendum.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But that's how you get a no in this circumstance.
Exactly.
And that makes this really easy to run against. Because you say, they're not telling us. What are they hiding from us? Just vote no.
He talks about it further in the article. Quote, one of the things I'm trying to avoid here is people looking for all of the detail and saying, well, if you disagree with these 50 clauses, if you disagree with 1 out of the 50, but 49 are okay, vote no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're learning from history. We are about maximizing the opportunity there. So he knows that this won't fucking work.
Yeah, look, your elbow voice needs work. You need more of it.
I actually don't know how he talks. I've never listened to him.
Look, one of the things I'm trying to avoid here.
Oh God!
People looking for all the sorts of details.
Is this a man who's
it's not that bad, but
this is our.
He does have a little bit of a lisp.
How much spit comes out of his mouth every time?
I wouldn't want to be standing in front of him when he talks.
How do you like the man?
A bit of a lisp.
What are you guys doing?
I
over
like
there?
the guy. But I'm happy to take the piss out of him because he's a good bloke.
I need you guys to form a motorcycle gang, and then
Oh shit! Well, the 3 of us are wearing black, so if we all walk together, we could be accused of being in a gang.
In
I want to
Queensland,
be
we'd
the
be
Night
arrested.
Rider. I'd be the Night Rider. I also die first, but I want to be the Night Rider.
You can be the Night Rider. You can wear.
I don't know if anybody saw this.
You can have the
Tim,
Hasselhoff.
This video.
It's a shame.
Yes,
that you guys
I saw that. I saw that.
There's only certain Australia law you guys don't even know.
Yeah, he's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was let out earlier that day.
Without bail. Released without bail.
Yep,
Released on his own recognizance.
Yep. Teenage kid.
New York City is a fucking shit show.
Yep.
Any city currently is a shit show.
Yeah.
But the
all leftist.
I saw this tweet.
Yeah.
From Lauren Boebert. Boebert, whatever.
Boebert. Yeah.
Boobies.
Did you show it to
being reported that the National Arms is creating a new residential security program where members of Congress receive $10,000 to secure their residences. Can I buy more AR-15s to secure my residence with this? Probably.
Oh, well, if the Dems have their way, no, you won't.
No, you won't be
You'll
able
have to
buy an
settle for a Mini
AR-15 at all.
14.
Yeah. You'll have to settle for a Ruger, yeah.
Same fucking gun. Love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, see, that is not a weapon of war, see.
Oh, were we looking at this in the chat?
Oh, you can still get M1s, I believe. I think you can still get M1s.
You see, that is not a weapon of war.
No, That
is not a weapon of war,
It
sir.
was literally the U.S. service weapon for however long.
I watched the video of Thomas Massey just going through and explaining, like, this is ridiculous. Like, you people are stupid.
And then Swalwell comes out and says, "Hell, hey, if you don't need them, if we don't need them, why do you need them?" And I'm like, "So much."
Well, I would be fine if they didn't need them, but they all have them.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm tired. I get pretty annoyed when these people in the U.S. Congress willingly yield their time. They should just say, "No, fuck you, I'm not yielding."
Yeah, no,
And
I will
give
not,
the
I do
other.
not yield my
Then
time.
the other people can have their time when it's their time. Will the gentleman yield? Will the gentleman yield? No, shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
I wish you guys had your guns still.
I
So
can't
do we.
can't have what you never had.
You know, it's just us in Poland now. Like everyone else is cucked.
No, see, Tim, you used to be able to just go and buy a gun in Australia.
I know. And
You
it's
still
just
used to have
America,
licenses and all that.
Poland,
I come
and then
from a
Russia.
shitty-
You used to be able to buy them from, like, Kmart.
I know there was
Yeah.
a glory day. There was a
Don't
bit of
buy
a glory days where you could actually just rock up and just buy them in Kmart. But
Yeah.
What the fuck happened there? Is the cities fucked you guys again?
Yeah, basically.
over time, everything's more.
Is everybody ready for President Liz Cheney?
Good luck.
Like, fucking Christ.
Can't even win her
She's not even going to win her fucking primary in her home
Democrats
state. What
won't
the
even vote
fuck?
for this bitch. Like, she's in Montana. Like, why is she running in Montana for the first part?
Wyoming.
She's in
All right,
Wyoming.
sure, whatever.
Because she lives in Wyoming. That's where Dick Cheney lives.
Yeah, she's
Dick Cheney. Is he not dead? Is Dick Cheney alive?
He
he's
got a
dead.
new heart. He's going to live for another 100
He's
years.
alive. Oh shit, he'll live forever. Yeah,
Is he fucking alive?
From that poor man who just happened to be a match
Jesus,
and got
absolutely.
accidentally run over by a car.
I keep conflating Cheney for McCain. McCain is dead.
No, McCain's dead.
Cheney's alive.
Cheney's alive.
How is Dick Cheney alive?
Because he needed a heart transplant.
He's only 81.
He needed a heart transplant, and he was really low on the list. And he's magically,
he's only 81.
Magically someone who was an organ donor and a match, a full match, a perfect match, best match ever, just happened to accidentally, be out jogging one day and get hit by a car.
Shot
in a hit and run.
Oh, wait, no, that's a different guy.
So, what was horrible luck for that man just happened to be amazing luck for Dick Cheney.
Holy living fuck, this guy's still alive. He's 81. You know what? This should be a red flag where Dick Cheney, a very prominent politician, has not been mentioned at all anywhere in any fucking anything, even though his fucking daughter is a senator or whatever.
He's going to run for president in 2024.
This motherfucker is not even mentioned anywhere. He is one of the most dangerous, evil, reptilian motherfuckers that's ever been. Because if you can keep your name out of the books whilst having a semi-famous, holy shit! Like, how the hell is he? Why did I not know he's not dead? Like, I can't believe
again. I conflated him with McCain. I always thought Cheney.
Well,
I can't even believe it.
Both John McCain and
holy shit,
and Dick Cheney have
alive.
Wikipedia pages. There's one person who doesn't anymore. Ethan Ralph.
Oh,
Ethan Ralph's Wikipedia page has been deleted.
Why?
Because, quote, the coverage of Ralph is not significant coverage, and in almost all cases, trivial.
Oh, in a term that I hate, fucking
not
felt
fair. There's so many pages on Wikipedia that
Ethan Ralph is a non-notable alt-right pseudo-celebrity, and this article should have never been created.
Come on.
And you know what? You know what's amazing? Although I am a long-term editor, we are always learning, and I am suggesting that my own article, Ethan Ralph, be deleted. The guy who wrote his article has decided that it needs to be deleted. And funnily enough, Wikipedia does not have an article with this exact name.
I mean,
Ralph,
come on.
Yeah, I mean, he's the biggest in the sector. I mean, look at these numbers. There's 719 people.
What are you on?
Watching,
what is
watching Ethan Ralph on Cozy.
We'd love to have those numbers, but I mean, come on.
Is that YouTube?
No, this is Cozy. This is the America First platform. This is Fuentes' platform.
This is Fuentes' Catboy platform.
What's he getting on? What's he getting on numbers? I can't see it.
Oh, look, he's made his Snipe Super Fund. He's made $200.
Where are the viewers? I don't see how many viewers.
Bottom right corner under the follow button, 700 and something.
Oh shit, that's
789 viewers. He's been streaming for an hour longer than we have. Now I'd like 789 viewers.
Hey Ralph, if you're sniping us,
he's not.
Wouldn't that be fun? We're more entertained.
I've turned off the audio. I can't tell if he's doing anything.
If you're not sniping us, Ralph, you fucking should be. How about we take a trip to Portugal sometime?
If you want, we could start shooting out randos links. We could do that. If we run out of things.
Just go to Cozy.
I'm just set on a petrol sniffing abo. So.
Oh God! Did you say the A word?
Abo.
Abos. I heard that was a really bad word.
Yeah, we don't.
It's
not polite to say that.
In mixed company, no.
No.
I saw this. This was hilarious. We're going to watch this.
Oh, no.
In mixed company.
We're going to watch this. This is great.
That's so good.
This is one of those stories where that feels like it belongs feels like it should be in New South Wales.
San Francisco, of course it is.
He'll be flying here for his first court appearance in 3 weeks.
Nice fucking jacket there, guy.
Quite a story here. It turns out one of the sheriff's friends ordered a Batmobile and wasn't happy with how long it was taking to deliver. The I-Team's Dan Noyes is here with a story that you'll see only on 7.
Well, Dan, your public money paid for the trip last week by the sheriff's investigators. 4 round-trip plane tickets, 3 nights of hotels, meals, rental cars, and a lot of overtime. All because of a friend of the sheriff can't wait for his Batmobile.
Real estate is a lot like surfing.
Sam Anagnostio is a real estate agent who lives in Atherton.
And suddenly, the perfect wave shows right up in front of you. You got to be ready to catch it.
This profile video he posted online shows Anagnostio likes expensive toys. He ordered a $210,000 Batmobile from the only builder licensed by DC Comics, Fiberglass Freaks of Logansport, Indiana.
You've wanted one since you were a kid, and now you can have your very own replica of the Batmobile.
Complete with roll-top dashboard, flashing beacon light, detectoscope,
And even a working flamethrower.
Owner Mark Raycup has 9 Batmobiles in production. He tells me Anagnostio was first in line and he paid $170,000, but then missed a $20,000 payment.
And he disappeared on me for over 8 months, almost 9 months.
Raycup moved Anagnostio to the bottom of the list. He'd have to wait a year and a half or 2 for his Batmobile.
He didn't like that. He exploded. He did pay off the entire car at that point, but he was absolutely livid to find out that his car was going to be delayed.
Anagnostio filed a complaint with Atherton Police, but last September, the San Mateo County District Attorney declined to bring criminal charges at this time, according to this letter to the Batmobile builder. Anagnostio also filed a lawsuit in San Mateo County Superior Court alleging breach of contract and fraud, but this past March, a judge dismissed the case, saying Indiana is the proper venue. Then, sources inside the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department tell me the realtor asked his Facebook friend, Sheriff Carlos Bolanos, to intervene. He sent a lieutenant, sergeant, and 2 deputies to Indiana. They raided Fiberglass Freaks last week, July 19th.
Then they showed...
You know what I don't understand, though? How do sheriff's deputies from San Mateo County have the right to do any police action in Indiana?
They don't.
How do they... And how does a warrant issued in California...
I have a hard
San Mateo
time
County
what
apply to a residence in fucking Indiana.
I don't see what. Look, first of all, he's going, who breached. If this is true, the man didn't pay for months. That's not like
he'll get his Batmobile eventually. Like I would have refunded him. I'd be like, "No, I'm refunding your money. Here it is, all $200,000, and you are never going to get a Batmobile, a licensed Batmobile, ever." And in fact, every single person who is buying these Batmobiles is going to have to sign a contract saying they can never sell it to you in particular. Like, I'd be a prick about it.
Such a terrible job on that flamethrower, though. I'm very disappointed.
Well, you can only have so much flame.
No, I literally have
fiberglass Batmobile
bigger than that on my truck. It's not
the
hard.
warrant saying that they were here to seize anything to do with his car. So I thought, oh, they're coming in to pick up his car, which is right behind me, by the way. So I thought I was going to have to move my other Batmobiles out of the way to be able to let them take this car.
But investigators took only 2 files of documents, according to the search warrant return. Raycup says they read his Miranda rights, brought him to the local jail for an hour, but let him go. He only later found out they got a warrant for his Gmail, contacts, and photos, that they froze his bank account and charged him in California with 2 felonies, obtaining money by false pretenses and diversion of construction funds.
I was horrified. I've never gone through anything like this ever before in my life. I am on the side of good. I as a Batman fan since I was 2 years old, this was completely opposite side. I love 66 Batman,
the guy looks so fucking
Batman always
sad.
stood with.
Yeah,
the guy looks like a fucking sad sack.
Dude, he's got the only license in America to create Batmobiles.
I know.
$200,000 a pop. Like, he's gonna be making some decent bank.
The law.
I interviewed the San Mateo County Deputy District Attorney prosecuting this case. You wrote a letter to Raycup in September of last year saying that there would be no criminal charges. What changed?
additional investigation. The detectives were able to obtain search warrants and obtain additional evidence.
Marie McLaughlin would not discuss that additional evidence or the sheriff's unusual step of sending 4 investigators across the country for what Rakup argues is a simple business dispute.
I don't know if you guys know Bruce Rivers. He's the criminal lawyer. He's a criminal lawyer on YouTube. He's not really part of Lawtube in any way. He just does his own thing. I kind of want to send this to him and say, hey, can you represent this guy? Because any evidence they obtained, should just get thrown out. Because how the fuck can, like, a state warrant in California is not valid in fucking Indiana. They should have gone to an Indiana judge to get a warrant issued in Indiana. Like, this is some bullshit.
The case went nowhere with the first criminal case, the civil case. Is the sheriff stepping in for a friend here?
I can't speak to that. I have no knowledge about what relationship, if any, the sheriff has with the victim.
I wanted to talk to Sheriff Bolanos about Sam Adignastio and about the use of public funds. 4 round-trip airline tickets, hotels for 3 nights, meals, overtime. He didn't return my repeated calls and texts to his personal cell phone. His office confirmed he's away on a month of vacation. He leaves office in January after losing the election. The undersheriff now in charge, Mark Robbins, and the department's spokesman, Lieutenant Eamon Allen, refused my request for an interview citing the ongoing investigation.
I just can't imagine why it's in criminal court. It shocks me that it's in criminal court.
I ran the case by Tony Brass, former prosecutor for San Francisco and the U.S. Attorney's Office. He says the squabble over a luxury item, the Batmobile, belongs in Indiana civil court, with no involvement by the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department.
It simply defies reason, in my view, why so many people, so many high-ranking members of law enforcement would have to go and enforce something so unnecessary and so trivial.
I did read Sam McDonald.
Because corruption. They're bent. They're as bent as fuck.
What happened.
Just like the police here. New South Wales police are the best police money can buy. Sounds like San Mateo County sheriffs are the best police money, the best sheriff's money can buy.
Give it time, they'll fly here and try to execute warrants.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be arrested by San Mateo County sheriffs.
Yeah.
Come and fucking get me. Come and get me, San Mateo County.
Stack up.
Because guess what? I have a First Amendment right over there as well.
Adignastio by phone in Greece where he's on vacation. He was surprised when I asked about the Batmobile. He said, quote, I'm dealing with someone privately on that.
Yeah,
I asked him, who's that? He hung up.
Investigating this story, I learned something more about Mark Rakup. He's a minister.
He's a fucking minister.
I watched his church sermon this past Sunday online.
It's the only thing that helps me through this, Dan. I should expect trials and tribulations. It's just part of being a Christian.
My wife
and as a preacher, this is an attempt to besmirch my reputation.
I reached the lawyer for Sam Adignastio. He also didn't want to go on camera, but said his client is returning from Greece in a few days, and both of them will sit down for an interview. We'll see.
Nice.
Mark Rakup tells me he'll be.
I'm totally going to follow up on this one. That's fucking great. I saw that and was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Amazingly embarrassing. I hate this country sometimes. It's full of fucking weirdos.
What's the outgoing sheriff? Like, they've elected a new one. So hopefully the new one's not corrupt. So
it's a shame how that works.
Yeah. So blood clots are killing people. It's bad.
Oh.
Nothing to do with the vaccine in any way, shape, or form.
Coca-Cola.
No, not related in any way. It's actually the drink, the sugary drink you've been drinking this whole time. So.
It only took them 120 years,
5 decades to figure that out.
Yeah, figure out that actually Coca-Cola is giving you fucking blood clots. Except no, though. So weird.
almost like we weren't to be full. We're not. We have not adapted to be full of sugar. I won't say we weren't designed to.
Corn
Because
syrup.
we've adapted over time. We've adapted over time, but we haven't yet adapted to be full of highly sugar-laden food and drink.
And yes, coming to the end of our show, we'll move into the irony zone.
We're gonna be done.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Oh no,
chess robot broke the finger of a 7-year-old opponent. I mean, that's one way to win.
That's what you get for trying to fucking move your piece, bitch.
Well, apparently
I saw you cheating. Come over,
human was moving too quickly.
Yeah.
But it's like it so makes no sense. Like, how the hell did you get grabbed by the chess robot?
He's a 7-year-old robot. Sorry, he's a 7-year-old
kid.
7 years old. No, seven. No, so
Still,
he's a 7-year-old kid. He must have been trying to move in the robot's turn.
Piece,
The robot has just moved, and then
it's grabbed his finger, thinking it was a piece.
Yeah, pick this piece. Oh, there's something on the board.
Kid, like part sloth. Like how did he get?
No,
grabbed?
the kid was moving quickly. Apparently,
I don't believe it.
I
want a video. There's got to be a video. I want to see it.
So I don't think
I want to see
what's happening.
I hate Flashcast is on.
Oh yeah, here we go.
It's Tug RGE and fucking Flash. This is dog shit.
You got my hand.
Oh, there's video. Oh shit!
Ooh.
Wait.
Go back.
All right, I got the. When's it gonna? Right now,
There it is. It's right there.
If that was my kid, I'd just come up and berate him for being a pussy.
Okay, so now he's grabbing those.
You're just standing there while fucking.
Suck it up, pussy. You got a game to win.
No, you're just sitting there. Oh, he's got my finger. Like, no, we're like, fight that robot, bitch. Get him.
Yeah, it can't move. It's sitting in the middle of that desk cabinet thing.
It's like
he's just gonna break a finger. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice your finger to save your life. What if he's that guy trapped in the rock like
127 hours?
Got to cut his
finger.
finger.
I got a knife, but I'm just gonna wait. You know, I'm just gonna not cut my arm off.
And the final bit of irony that we'll finish up.
Yes, this is one of my favorites.
So while last week it was too hot, it was very hot in the UK. It was also too hot for fucking solar panels to work.
God.
So yes, it was too hot for solar. And that.
Oh, it's not even satire anymore. It's just fucking awful.
So yes. Is Jim still streaming? I swear to God, he's been streaming this whole time.
I'm not sure. Let's find out. I know Flash is still streaming, but July Roundup stream. No, videos Annabelle. Jim's finished.
Yeah, okay. So yes, that's it for another week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back the same time next week.
Yep, same time next
week. What the fuck is Dave doing in Congress and not here?
I sent him the link. He wasn't home yet.
I'm assuming he must have joined. Oh no, he's gone now. He's gone now.
Yo, he's listening.
We saw that, Dave. We saw that.
He's fucking listening. Oh, greasy bastard. He's fucking.
I thought you must have had a chat with someone in the Discord, and then you were just, having a seizure, and you were stuck in Congress.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bother people in the Discord.
Get in here next time, buddy.
What's the rules on streaming? Do you have to have so many hours? How's that work?
What do you mean?
I mean, to be able to live stream.
To be able to live stream, you just got to have to.
He did.
You turn it on, and then
wait 24 hours.
24 hours later, you can stream.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There's rules for getting there's rules for getting partnership and all that.
So yeah, if you want to have a custom URL, you need 100 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
A custom what?
A custom URL, so that people go to youtube.com/thermaline.
URL. Okay. Yeah.
I don't have that yet.
You're halfway.
How do you turn on the live stream? Or is it in settings or something?
You go to your creator studio. You
go schedule a live stream.
Yeah.
You go live. and then it'll start the process. And then 24 hours later, you can go live on YouTube.
Yeah, the first time you go there, you turn it on. It'll say you need to wait 24 hours before you can do this.
Like where like I'm studio. I'm gonna go to studio.
Let me switch.
And if you want to stream on mobile, you've got to have.
Oh fuck! I gained a subscriber in 60 days.
So you go to. Hang on, let me share my screen. Share screen. So I'll do it on a separate browser.
I hope you got a clean browser.
Yeah, this is just YouTube on a different channel. One of my other channels.
I see. I found it.
Yeah.
It's too white.
Too white to create.
White.
Do you not do dark mode? You fucking heathen.
God.
No, I don't.
There you go.
And
yeah, there it is.
Request access for streaming.
Yeah, you click that and it will wait. It will take 24 hours.
I have to give them.
They'll give you a countdown. No, I don't use the dark. I use dark mode on Discord.
I use dark mode everywhere.
Nah.
Yeah.
The thing is, if I use dark mode everywhere, everything begins to blend for me across my desktop. That's how I kind of differentiate stuff. Facebook, Instagram, all my socials, they tend to be light mode. But Discord is dark mode. Because if everything is dark, then I keep moving between platforms and get confused.
0, 6, 1, 7, 8, 9. All right, they're not.
Dave said, like, wait a second. I think he's coming on, but
I've got nothing else left.
I don't know. There's nothing else left. Yeah. Oh, here he is.
YouTube is not letting me submit my. I'm having a crisis.
Dave, welcome.
Hello.
How drunk are you?
Hello, Dave.
How's it going?
Good, man. We were just finishing up.
In a bad way.
Oh, darn. Oh, well.
Beep, beep, beep.
What?
Then
they gave me the same fucking code.
Where were you this evening?
Where have you been, young man?
Me? I was working.
Yeah, what about just a minute ago when you were hiding out in Congress?
Well, I was making sure that my mic worked.
Dave.
We saw that. You wait.
I called you out. I knew it.
Well, I'm a big boomer, so I thought I had to be in Congress to check my mic. I should have just went into the system without being in there. Whatever.
Well, we're going to go back there in a minute anyway, because we're almost done, I guess.
Yeah, I've even written my own theme song.
You've written your own theme song.
Is there grass in Australia?
Yeah, there's plenty of grass. Yep.
Nice.
Grass. Yep.
Do you ever mow over giant crickets?
I don't know if I've ever mowed over crickets.
Wow, that's a shame.
Possibly. I know I hear the crickets at night in my area.
One of you guys had a very clearly loud fucking bug creature coming through the mic, and it was probably about the size of Godzilla. It was huge. It's like doing flight patterns and screaming. It was really weird.
So how was the stream?
This was good.
It was good.
All right.
It was good.
Eddie Jim kind of fucked us, but
yeah, we wanted to. Unfortunately, Jim stopped streaming, so we can't go and snipe him. But I'm not gonna fucking bother watching Flashcast. I don't watch.
I don't care anymore at all.
Ever since we started streaming, I just stopped watching.
Yeah,
Flashcast.
I don't care at all. Like I don't want to watch that shit.
Even if Nick's there, I just don't bother. I don't care about Flashcast.
Yeah. Nope. The problem, like when Nick's there, he's usually out on the. It's like a local stream.
Yeah, it's like another day of like rockets, like as if he had guests.
That's awful. Yeah. Hey Dave, did you know Dick Cheney's still alive?
Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
See, nobody knew that. Absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
This man is legit.
How do people not know this?
Because I think it's Mandela effect. I think we all confused him.
He died. No, he's alive.
I know.
He had a mechanical heart for ages, and he was gonna die because he was at the bottom of the fucking list.
He's
And then,
not at the bottom.
like a miracle occurred, and someone who was a perfect match, specifically for him in every fucking way, accidentally was run over by a hit and run driver. And I'm not saying that Dick Cheney had a perfectly healthy guy, like father of two, run down, but he had a perfectly healthy father of two run down.
Yeah, that wouldn't be out of character at all for him. It's weird.
I mean, this motherfucker shoots his friends in the face. What do you think he's going to do to someone who has a heart he needs?
He blew
Dick
Clinton.
Cheney. I thought you meant McCain.
No,
Yeah.
no. How the fuck did you get this guy confused?
Yeah. I knew he was still alive.
Actually, John McCain, for all his horribleness, I would rather hang out with John McCain all day than Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney is going to shoot you in the back of the head. I'm not interested. And he's also a monster. He's a goddamn fucking monster. The fact that we don't know, like, nobody was sure whether or not he's alive or not, this dude is a horrible creature. And, like, the fact that he's not talked about at all when Liz Cheney's going out there and being fucking retarded, like, this man is full-on deep state, dark fucking web, like, awful nightmare human being. Like, Georgia Guidestones, like, he gave the order to knock him down because it made him look better. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. He's a fucking monster. This is like one of the worst people on the planet right here. Fucking Dick Cheney. Man goes and shoots his friends just like hunting grouse. He's like a fucking mobster. It's like fucking Godfather. It's like, oh, you go out on a boat and you just blast Fredo and just throw him in the river. Like, yeah, this is the guy. He's a bad man.
You broke my heart, Vito.
Bad man.
All right. Well, I think we're done. Unless somebody's got something else.
There was a video of Anna stepping on people at Matsuri, but that's about it.
He's a big, very large, fat black man. And she's so tiny except for her boobs.
Yeah. You can see how tiny Anna actually is.
Yeah, she's only like 2 inches shorter.
Very, very small clip from CL Hunter. Very, very short clip. But apparently that's the new hotness, is stepping on people.
I don't understand that.
Well,
apparently it started with a Tony Tom, and now everybody's stepping on people. So
look, is that Camelot? He's wearing those fucking lifts on the right. This man is not 5'11". I'm so worked up about this. This man is lying. He's 5'8" to 5'9".
Yeah, Camelot's filming. Yeah, there you go. Camelot is 3 inches taller than Anna. Let's be real.
He's never leaving that spot. He's got mass. He can take it.
No, I don't.
There you go.
Was that music and fiction in the background there?
I think so.
Saying he's got mass.
Oh, is that who that is?
I recognize. I'm pretty sure it is. I recognize his voice. That voice you can't quite place because it sounds like he's a Canadian, but probably isn't.
I've never heard him talk. I don't know. I've never heard him talk.
Now, I enjoy good back walking because that helps me crack my back and, shiatsu massagers and shit like that. But I wouldn't lay down just for someone to just walk on me. There has to be a purpose for it.
Yeah, no. If someone's gonna walk on me like that,
it's a kink. I'm pretty sure it's a kink.
It's a kink. I know.
At least it's a kink that's not going to get you fucking monkeypox.
No. Step on me, Daddy, or step on me, Anna. It's like that's all it is.
My weekly PSA: don't fuck monkeys. Okay, don't fuck monkeys.
Don't go to piss
We got
parties.
monkeypox. We got AIDS. All from fucking monkeys. Stop.
Don't do anal.
Fucking monkeys.
Fucking Anna is 5 foot tall.
Don't do anal. That's the moral of the story.
Fucker, he's lying. He's fucking lying.
Don't do anal with men. Just don't do it. Cool. Prince William, you got that?
Not even one.
Prince of Pegging?
I do not believe that for one fucking second.
Prince Albert?
Prince William. We didn't cover it.
There's a story that is, I shit you not, it's sourced from a fucking Instagram, a gossip Instagram that Prince Philip, sorry, not Prince Philip, Prince William had been having a long-term affair with some woman who looks like a horse.
And he was getting pegged.
And he was doing it because he was getting pegged.
Yeah.
And I saw that story and I thought, oh God, you know what this is? This is
revenge. For Kate not having lips.
It's revenge for a perceived slight against Harry and his wife.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't have
Meghan Markle
fucking
bullshit up.
It's those stans, the ones who think the fucking what's her name is the next Diana.
Yeah. Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot though.
No. No.
Yeah.
No deal, McCutcheon.
Yeah.
I never liked her
no
at all.
Pippa Middleton is better than.
But I
I'll
definitely
take Pippa Middleton over Megan.
Oh really? She's got no lips. She's got bird lips.
Yeah, but she got that ass though.
She doesn't have those. All right. There's always
Pippa Middleton has.
I'm unapologetic and can't help it, boob guy. So.
Oh, that's understandable. Like,
I just can't do it. It's a problem. It's cradle of the grave. Like I was born.
I prefer both. But
desiring tits, and then I'll die with it. So.
If it's a toss up between Megan and Pippa, I'm just saying I'm going to take Pippa.
I'll take Megan.
There are plenty of people out there.
Look, if they're not talking, like I'll take Megan.
Fair.
She's probably Colombian.
No, she's half Jamaican.
Colombian.
Pretty sure.
I'm just gonna assume she's Colombian.
I thought she was partly Jamaican. Let's have a look.
So, Bettridge's law of headlines.
Shave your fucking head, guy. You look like an idiot.
Exactly. But Bettridge's law of headlines says that if there is a question mark in the
he's a fucking millionaire.
The headline, the answer is always no. So this was the headline. So Duke of Cambridge is having an affair. Is he having an affair? No, probably
fun
not.
If, like his brother's.
I'm just trying to find the.
Him and what's the other one called?
Harry.
Is that Harry?
Rose Hanbury.
If they were doing like weird gay incest and then like their wives are being cooked about it, that'd be fucking hilarious. I'd laugh for days about that. I'd laugh for days. I'd laugh until.
Who is this Jacinta Ardern looking?
This is the woman that he's allegedly having an affair with.
Well, she's all right.
But there is, I saw a photo of.
Face is a little asymmetric, but
it was in this scene, and he's.
Oh fuck!
This one.
Not here.
This is a man.
Look at
this
that
is
look.
A man checking out his wife, going,
Where's
"Oh
Trax?
yeah,
I mean,
hot as fuck."
Look,
that is not someone who is banging this person.
Look at Kate. Look at Rose or whatever her name is.
And look at William looking at Kate.
Looking where he's dead.
Look at where he's looking at. Like he's like, God damn, she found his ass. Like he is not looking at this woman.
I'm getting that shit tonight.
Yeah.
He's
aged. Not someone who is having an affair with this.
Four tonight. Fuck yeah.
He's like aged 20 years since he married her.
Oh, it's
like
it's
even here he found his own wife.
Like, he's taking after his father.
Like he loves his wife, man. Like
his father married a horse.
Look at where he's looking.
He's looking at Kate's ass.
Yeah.
So,
those royal.
That's a man who is very much enjoying banging his wife.
I feel like he's looking at
not like his father.
Her peg penis.
Sorry, all you Megan stans. That ain't gonna work.
No.
So you've had your ridiculous fun.
Be better for her. Can you imagine winning that lottery and still be like bitching about anything? Like you're an actual princess. There's like 3 of them on the planet. Like, and you're gonna bitch about like racism.
Why is the royal family not listening to me? Oh, I've got a fake English accent.
Because you're up jump bitch from Philadelphia. You're just That's why.
Philadelphia, born and
you don't have 70 years of inbreeding behind you. You fucking bitch. You're a nobody. You're an upcomer. You're an upstart.
Megan is from LA.
Yeah.
She's not even from Philly.
She's Will Smith's cousin.
I don't know about that, but
might be a lie.
No, she's not. He's being funny.
I know, but I'm drugged up. So, but she's LA born and raised apparently. Canoga Park. I don't know if that's like a very affluent part of Los Angeles, but it looks to be within the west side. So, down near Compton, Inglewood, I guess.
Well,
Torrance,
Redondo.
Torrance, I don't know. Redondo Beach.
How does a ghetto girl get a prince?
I don't know. I don't know if she was a.
And how does she fuck that prince and make him like a fucking subhuman simp?
Oh, the stories about that are crazy.
Like marvel at the ability of this woman. She must be fucking amazing, honestly.
You think she sucks a mean dick?
Brain. She's like a horrible person, but everything else.
Probably the only reason that Harry married her.
But see, I don't understand. Like, it's so baffling. Like, what made him simp like? We need to get Drex.
Yeah, I do not understand it.
Did she see the video
so much?
In Not Funny or whatever, where like this chick is blowing out a fucking candle like a gunshot with her vagina? Like, I feel like that's Meghan Markle.
Oh shit, Canoga Park. No, that's all the way on the way.
Oh, that's great, Tim.
Holy shit!
I'm serious.
Nowhere where I was thinking.
Pull you in, like just fucking yeah.
That's hilarious. I've never heard that before. That's great.
Did you not see it? It's in there.
Blowing out a candle.
No, it's amazing. It's actually shocking and weird, and I didn't even know how to respond to it. It was fucking the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But it was impressive. I've never seen
anything. Chugga meow meow, a chugga meow.
Oh, fine. It's your
stop this feline from getting. Oh my god! What the hell are you
You
saying?
can't stop this feline from getting in deep inside of you.
You obviously can't
Girl,
show it on
you
the screen,
just
but
don't realize what I'll do to you when you hold me with your thighs so tight. I'll get it.
It's
up,
Boston
girl.
Hooked on a Feeling, but
there it is.
Make it last all night. You're hooked on this feline.
Don't show it
and
on
I
screen.
won't be lying. Then I'm gonna barb you.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, look.
And knowing what I do about feline anatomy, that makes that even worse.
Yeah. For those who don't realize, Google,
cats have barbed penises.
They do,
because cats are the ultimate assholes.
Yep.
Even when they're banging you, they're still hurting you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why female cats sound the way they do when they're because it hurts so fucking much.
Cats took that whole "come on, baby, make it hurt so good" far too literally. And on that very creepy note,
Watch that fucking video, though. It's amazing.
I am not watching that video, Tim.
Watch the video. I know you lurk there. Just watch that fucking weird ass video. It's amazing. Never seen anything like it in my life.
All right. Thank you to Tim. Thank you to Tim. And thank you for Cat and Dave for finally showing up.
Yeah.
React after you watch the video, though. Like before, like watch it.
Dude, man, like you just rocked up now. I'm just finishing up.
This will probably be my schedule for a while, though.
Oh, you working Friday nights? Saturday nights?
Seriously, watch it. I want to hear your reaction because this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Just watch it. Just watch it. Then react and then close the stream immediately.
Damn it. All
I
right.
didn't even know this is possible. It's amazing.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
That's terrible.
It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
She could probably fire a ping pong ball the same way.
She fucking fire a fucking bullet. Like, it's amazing. I have never seen a woman like that in my life.
I now have some serious doubts about your knowledge of guns. If you think you can fire a bullet.
I bet she could. Black powder. But I mean, still. Put a little wad in there and then just a BAM!
Who needs fire extinguishers?
Have a good week, everyone. We'll be back
Enjoy,
next week.
everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Peace.
Remember the
Take care.
poppening.